Two worlds, bound by a single crystal. A world where magic has not been seen for thousands of years. Another filled with mystical people and mythical creatures. Clutch, a human ranger from Old Gehon. Pith, a halfling fighter from Barrow's Bottom. Chaplain, a human cleric from Tyree of Isol. And Pupukix, a satyr from the great forest of Faerun. These adventurers must rise up to save their homes from a great evil that threatens their very existence. Welcome to Fractured Worlds.
Yo! What's up, everybody? Welcome to Fractured Worlds. Hi. Hi. Is everything? Did everything start well? Like music?
Oh, are we muted?
No, you're not muted. Everyone's talking.
No.
No, you're here.
Okay.
We're not muted. I think it's all working. What's going on?
Right. It's just gone so right.
It's going a little too right. Something's wrong. There's got to be something.
Wrong.
I mean, besides McLokin and Tiger looking like brothers, I think like literally twin brothers. I think
It's terrifying.
it's unreal. You guys are unreal looking. Like Tiger looks frozen, and I hope he's not frozen. Look for breath. Tiger, please don't be frozen. Everything's gone so good. Please laugh or something. Is Tiger frozen?
No, he's not frozen. Look at him.
Is he messing with me? Tiger.
No, look,
Okay. Oh God, I had a heart attack. I just
had a heart attack, everyone.
That's a heart attack live on Twitch.tv. Well, welcome back to Chapter 4 of Fractured Worlds. We're so happy. So he's so troll. We're so happy to have you guys here. We're gonna let Brad take it away. Maybe tell us about what was going down last week.
Cheeks hurt.
Cheeks hurt. But thank you guys so much for coming out. This is our first. This is a month, guys. This is a month.
One month. That's a hype.
This is our 1 month.
It's a Fractured Worlds resub right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's our 1 month anniversary.
Yeah. So we're all gonna die this episode.
This is the last episode.
I
yes.
remember having a 20-month anniversary with John.
Oh,
Yeah.
buddy. Thanks.
I just had that about 20 minutes ago, but he never said thanks or anything like that.
I didn't see it. Yo, thank you so much for your sub, Tiger.
I
20
yelled
months.
so loud when he did it.
What?
Yeah, he did it, and I was like, "Whoa!" And then we just talked like and
Tiger, look at me. Thank you so much for your subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I love you to death. 20 months of making love to you has been amazing.
Elspeth's face sums me up in this.
I'm
moment.
only at 3 months, but you know what? I feel the same way, buddy. Same way about you.
Oh my God, Tiger's just frozen again. All right, Brad, catch us up. Catch us up on what we missed. Get us back in it. Oh man.
So, first of all, it's my webcam that's making me look like some sort of undead. It's on. I don't know what's going on.
Walker.
And I'm at the point where I don't care anymore. So this is how I'm going to look today. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fractured Worlds. What happened last week? What happened? Where did you start last week? I can't remember what happened. Oh, you guys were all split up. Yeah, that was it. You guys were all split up, and then John's character Clutch was under attack by some things which you later found out were blink dogs. And then you guys came to his rescue just in time. But there was also somebody else helping him, a little gnome. What was his name?
Stepson.
Snoop Dogg.
Stepson, not Stepson.
Dog? That was his name, yeah.
Stepson.
No, I've had plenty of sleep. I'm ready to DM. Don't worry about it. And he took you back to his little outpost area, which was outside of the tree gnome capital, Lipsonspill, where you kind of spent some time there with those guys. You were like not sure as to what they thought of you, and they weren't sure what they thought of you, and back and forth, and it was a bit woo, bit way. Generally, by the end of the episode, I think you were all okay with each other. It was all going pretty much fine. Then everybody went to sleep, although magically woke up outside of this outpost, and then a huge column of light erupted. There was a person in the middle of it, in like armor, and he was the bad guy, and he wiped out all of these little gnomes.
No, it was terrible. They all
He
died.
just wiped out. I think there was like 20 gnomes in there.
So
I don't know why I haven't got my
Oh,
notes
guys.
aren't loading up. So this is why I'm just doing this all legitimately.
Their hair, Kev, Piplops, Subsun, the other dude.
And the doctor, who was not in any way a charlatan warlock, instead of a trained medical professional.
It was so sad. It was so sad to watch them all
Yeah,
crumble.
like and they were waiting on the return of their captain, but then you guys woke up to find that this person had destroyed the entire thing, and he disappeared laughing. He was like an illusion of whoever this person was. However, just before he fully disappeared and released you from like a hold, you heard like a dum 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 dum, and behind you, running at you, was like this giant moss-covered stone golem, and that is legitimately where we're picking up from. We're jumping straight in
Oh God.
to initiative today.
Oh,
No!
no.
So
I
wait,
can't
right,
select my character.
right now, a stone golem was coming after us, correct?
Literally, right now, there is a giant great stone golem. I'm going to give you a... there we go. So you should be right here, and you should just about be able to see a stone golem. At least one of you, Pith, should be able to just about see.
Again? Whoa.
I'm gonna reload. It's not loading on the.
Nothing? Is it all
I can
black?
see
No,
it.
no, it's okay. It's working on this one. I just gotta reload it, I think. Reloading, roll 20. There we go. It's working.
So,
Yeah.
stuck. Yeah, I don't know if roll 20's been a bit weird. Wolf was telling me today that it was being weird for him.
A little
I'm
bit weird.
refreshing.
Yeah, we're good if you refresh.
Oh God!
Oh
Refresh?
man, yeah, refresh worked.
I should be able to
Jesus.
drag you guys.
Oh my God! Look at that thing! Are you joking me? This is
I'm
how
not
we're
joking.
starting our episode?
This is how you're starting your episode. Behind you, an enormous golem is running towards you. It's just like a moss-covered piece of stone in human shape, and it is fucking huge. Running at you guys right now, and I need you all to click on your characters and then roll your initiatives.
Oh, that's what I was doing.
The
Yeah,
initiative
okay.
button.
I can't click on my character. Aha! I did it. Yes.
Damn, Daniel.
Damn, Daniel.
Oh, good. Actually, it's good if I'm going last.
Look at that. What? There's like no trees, no nothing. All right.
Well, okay, yeah. So you guys are now free to begin, I think. Yeah. Clutch, you're the first person to sort of really react to get off the mark as this thing is dum, 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 running in behind you. In this direction, there's just a massive great void in the ground. There's just a hole that opened up, which is where the outpost was. It's about 100 foot wide.
Okay.
And in this direction, there's an enormous golem running at you. What would you like to do?
Where's the giant hole or whatever you were talking about?
It is from you. It is there, and if you were to run that way, you'll see it. But I'm going to give you, since it lit up a second ago,
Okay.
you know that it's there, even though now that it's dark
Real
again.
quickly, guys, do you think we can beat this thing?
I have an idea.
This is the first time I've ever seen anything like this.
Okay.
big.
Spit it out, Miriam. Spit it out. Hurry.
I can't speak.
Okay. I'm gonna look at this golem. Do I notice anything shining on the golem or anything weird about it?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
I'll give you a free investigation check.
Free. Oh my
Yeah.
God, this is the best day of my life. Boom, baby.
Boom. So on the very front of this golem, there's like a glyph, which is like a glowing insignia kind of thing in like a weird shape. There's a load of writings around it that you don't recognize, but it's like the only thing on it which is kind of slightly glowing, like a bright green. And that's about it. There's no
Alright.
like stone of power or like anything like that. It's obvious.
All right, so I'm gonna aim exactly. I'm gonna draw back my bow and aim exactly for that glyph. I'm gonna do my
Alright.
best to hit that glyph. Is there anything about when I'm trying to aim for something directly that I have like disadvantage or anything, or no? We'll see.
No, you're like a super archery expert. It just depends on how good your roll is.
All right, great. Here we go. Bringing back my bow. Hit that little glyph thing. Goodbye. Damn. All right. 6!
So
No, we cannot start today with 6s. I can't do it.
That's your lucky number, Clutch.
No, not today, man. All right.
The 6s are back. An arrow flies towards this enormous, almost immiscible giant stone golem running towards you guys, and this arrow just flies. I guess Clutch is afraid. He's a human. He's never seen anything even remotely like this. Like this, there's a very slight, tiny outside chance that maybe Pith and Poo Poo Cakes did, but no way has Clutch seen anything. So that freaks him out, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And he misses his shot, but you can still run away.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually just dodge back here.
Cool. Did you take the archery feat when you leveled up? Everybody leveled up last week.
Yeah.
Yeah?
The archery feat? Which one?
Whatever it is, the archery thingy. You might have a +2 to your longbow here that you've not actually got added, so you should look into it.
I will look into it. By my turn, I should know.
Yeah, because that might be an 8. It still misses.
Okay, cool.
You should be aware of that. So, Clutch just starts running away. Poo Poo Cake.
I look up and I kind of see the golem, and I just don't really know what to do because I've seen it something like this before. Can I do an arcane check on that? Like costing anything? How does that work?
Yeah, I'll give you you can do an Arcana check.
All right, give me a second here. Just rub out kind of stupid sheets too small. And Arcana. Come on, over sheet.
Usually it would take you like an action to do something like this where you're specifically trying to investigate a thing, but I kind of railroaded you into the fight, so I'll let you off.
Okay.
You give some, you take some. Swings and roundabouts.
Thanks, undead DM.
The White Walker DM today.
Rolled a 16 on that.
What is it? You specifically looking for something?
I'm looking to see if there's anything going on around it that would be of the arcane variety, kind of like what John did, but of like any kind of energy it might be off-putting, or any kind of, I guess some would say, a weakness.
Sure, yeah. So looking over it, the main thing that stands out to you is this glyph on the front. Although, again, it's not something that you quite understand, you do get the idea that this is something that has been crafted and is being controlled by somebody somewhere. In terms of weaknesses, not sure. Probably not the glyph, though.
Okay.
Even though it seems like a good idea to fire your arrows at the glyph.
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my character. I'm actually going to run away about a few feet back, and then I'm going to cast a spell on this guy about 90 feet away. If that's okay. If I can grab my character. Come here. Run back here just a little bit, back to the back area, and then I'm going to cast sleep on this huge, ridiculous giant of a monster.
All right. So with sleep, you have to roll 5d8.
5d8. Okay.
So, go into your dice roller and then do
5d8.
Now, what this does is like if the 5 in 1, because you need to be on.
Don't you mess with me like that. So roll 5 in 1.
So on your dice roller,
yeah,
you can roll 5 and then change the d20 to a d8 and then roll that.
Sorry, I wanted to roll 5 times for fun.
I understand. 29. So basically, if my memory serves, it needs to have less than 29 HP, or 29 or less than 29 HP, and that will put it to sleep. And then if there's any remainders of this number, and there's anything else around it, those would go to sleep if their HP was less than what was left over. I know that's insane. That sounds crazy, but I think that is how this spell works. That's how I'm going to play.
And it sounds correct.
Yeah. It is now. I've had plenty of sleep. So that's how that spell goes. How does it look when you cast spell towards this thing charging towards you?
I look at it and I just sleep. Kind of like when you think about like an old movie, but we don't need to talk about that movie because it's a different world. Sleep.
And it's just like a
just like a kiss at it. I just give him a little like sleep kiss
and a little Z.
Oh, buddy.
Go to sleep. It's like go to sleep.
The thing barely even recognizes the fact that you've cast a spell on it, which carries on forward.
That's not good, guys.
I love it. I love that
Good.
Tiger was like, I got the best idea. I'm gonna put it to sleep.
Well, think about it though. That means that means it has way more than 29 hit points. So what the f are we do?
Oh my
God. My sleep spell didn't work on this thing. I'm
Wow,
We
that's
need to
very
run.
close to me.
sorry. You'll be okay.
It's so close.
You'll be okay.
That's the most powerful sleep spell you had.
Yeah,
That's the only one.
that's the problem. Why are you
You said you
yelling
were
at
going
me?
to put it to sleep.
Are you gonna do anything to it now? You better. It's looking you in the face.
I mean, it legitimately runs up towards you. The first person, it looks down as it's running. It sort of slows and looks down towards Tiny Pith as she gears up to do whatever she's doing, and it just looks down and goes, slow down. And then the glyph on the front of it lights up, and Pith, you start to feel slow, like your limbs start to feel heavy, your eyes start to droop a little bit. Can you roll me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Wisdom saving throw.
So you just click on wisdom on your thingy.
Slow down.
17, nice. As this thing, the glyph, the magics that is coming off of this giant great golem start to feel like they're hitting you, starting to heavy your limbs kind of thing. You shake your head and you, as Taylor Swift says, shake it off. And you're not affected by this magic, though it feels like barely. And you are able to react as it is your turn.
Okay. Oh, this thing. This is so huge. Okay, think, Pith. Think. What would you do if you were a giant golem? Try to crush things. Okay, I'm gonna try to run around to the back and slice it in the ankle. Maybe I can try and slow it down somehow and slow its movement. So I'm going to, can I move? I'm gonna move over here, right there. And then I'm going to just slice it right here in its left foot.
Sure. Roll one of your attacks.
All right. I'm gonna use Terra Thorn. All right. And this one is for, this was for the gnomes. Sorry,
You bring out
gnomes.
Terrathorn and you smack this thing as hard as you can on the ankle, and it just ping. It's literally just like hitting the side of a mountain. Like it doesn't do anything. This thing's giant head just scrapes and moves as it follows you to hit it, and a small spark sparks off of its ankle, and it doesn't seem to affect it in any way whatsoever, unfortunately. Mr. Chaplin.
All right, Miriam, give me 1 second. I'll help you out in this fight.
Okay. No. You take your time. I'm just standing here, making sure.
I raise my hammer in the air, and I go, Saloon, burn this thing with your sacred flame.
Love it. I just love McClogan's voice when it echoes out.
Thank you.
I'm so a perfect level of tired to enjoy an echo machine today. It actually, it's a giant, great, big golem, and it's big, but it's kind of slow, realistically. Like watching this thing move around and head towards you and follow Pith's actions is actually kind of slow. So your sacred flame just flies straight forward and hits it, bang, squaring the glyph in the middle of its chest, dealing 8 sacred flame damage. The thing doesn't even appear to notice that you've hit it, though. It just carries on looking at Pith. Whether it's because it hasn't been hit or it doesn't feel it because of mass HP, or whether it's just obsessed with Pith, you don't know. Do you want to do anything else like move?
I'm going to move, and I'm going to use the bonus action. So I'm going to move right here, over by Pith, and I have her back. And Saloon, let your shield guard Miriam with your shield of faith.
Shield of faith. Is that a +2?
Miriam now has a +2 to her AC. Duration's up to 10 minutes, which was quite a while in a fight.
Yeah. So your AC, whatever it's at the moment, has a temporary +2. Mr. Clutch.
All right, guys. I think it's our time to find a way out of here. We need to flip. Head over to Clutch. Head over to 1-800-CLUTCH ASAP. I'm gonna
Clutch.
I'm gonna.
It takes 10 minutes.
You're correct, but get together. We can run around it. This thing's slow. I'll slow it down. Don't worry. Check this out. I'm gonna move back right next to Poo Poo Cakes.
Yeah,
and
you guys are on the very edge of the great big gap there. You can see it, right? There's like a big black mass behind you. That is literally the hole where the Lipson West Rangers outpost was.
Oh, so we can't go there. That's space.
I mean, that's like the like you can maybe step like one step backwards, but you're doing that thing where your back of your heel is kicking off little stones off of just a huge drop. There's no bottom to it.
All right, great. I'm gonna fire my bow, sort of how Pith was doing. I saw that she like dinked off the leg, and I'm gonna fire my bow right at the golem's leg. Maybe try and slow it down a little so we can get together and switch worlds. Hopefully.
Sure.
Hopefully. Boom! Come on.
Boom! A arrow flies forward and it hits this thing's like leg, but you can see that this arrow just breaks, snaps, and splits in two, falling at the bottom of this thing's legs. Wasn't an amazing shot though.
Nah, not amazing at all. I hit it. I hit it. That's huge.
You hit it. It wasn't a 6, so you hit it, Mr. Poo Poo Cakes.
Clutch, do you really think that your wooden arrows are going to go through stone?
At least he's trying.
Yeah, exactly. What are you doing? You're running like a little donkey pig.
Who are you hiding behind this time, Poo Poo Cakes?
Oh, got him.
Savage.
I look at the golem and I use my cantrip whisper, and I whisper to him, "Why are you attacking us?" to see if he responds in any way whatsoever.
The fuck is message?
Message, sorry, we're whispering.
I was like,
well, I have to whisper to them when I
got?
send the message, so I'm calling it whisper. Fuck you. I'll whisper.
Oh yeah, that's cool. So yeah, you whisper to it, and like as you like whisper to this thing, you feel the message kind of go in, like it's receiving, but there's no like response. Do you want to give me an Arcana check again? Yeah, like
Wow.
It can't speak back. It doesn't understand. Like it like sort of understands something. Like it's able to receive instructions, but it doesn't seem to understand what you're saying to it or give a shit. Honestly, as a 23.
Great. This isn't looking good, guys. I think I kind of like a Clutch's idea a little bit better now, but I'm still going to continue to run because yes, right now I am a very small man against a golem, and I'm sorry that I understand my size, Pith. I apologize for that. You know, I apologize for understanding my size. I'm going to run. See you guys later. Okay, well, I'm just going to go this way a little bit, and I'll see you guys a little bit.
What a fair weather friend.
Poo Poo Cake starts running. Remember, you can move 35 feet, which is more than these guys. You're the fastest one here, even though you've got weird little goat legs.
That's right. Oh yeah, I did move 35. Okay, we're good.
Okay. The golem still absolutely fixated on Pith, looks down again. You see the glyph light up once more, and it says, "Slow down." And I need another wisdom save from you, please. Miriam.
Oh.
Hey, nice. Again, you start to feel your limbs get heavy, like you start to feel a little bit tired, like you've already finished a marathon run, and then you shake it off and manage to steel yourself against magics. Not too magical yourself, but not unaware of it. You're able to shake off whatever this thing is trying to do to potentially, I'm guessing, slow you down. And it's your turn.
Okay. Oh, clearly my sword didn't do anything to you. I don't know what you are. I'm gonna climb him.
Fair enough. Yeah, that is a thing that you can do. Love it so much. So the climb action, I think, is an acrobatics or athletics. Yeah. So I need an athletics or an acrobatics, whichever is higher for you. Check.
Okay.
And 11. This thing needs to beat an 11 to try and shake you off. And you start scampering up this thing like it's a shadow of the Colossus. game, and it's sort of moving like it's trying to get you to get off of it, but it can't move quick enough, and it doesn't seem to be able to grab you as you scamper up this thing. Where do you want to climb onto specifically?
I want to climb to where it's shining, right in its chest.
You're going to jump up on his chest?
Yes.
Boom. Sure. Yeah.
Yes!
Pith just starts climbing up the front of this thing, clambering up, and it's moving around trying to shake her off, but it doesn't do so. And you get up to in front of this thing's glyph, and you grab onto like a protruding piece of moss that's stuck to this thing, and you can sit there and hold there for a bit. I think you get advantage to attack it until you are off of it. On success, you move into the creature's space, cling to its body, and gain advantage on attack rolls against it. And it is now difficult terrain. So, Mr. Chaplin, your turn.
I'm going to look to see where Miriam is currently at this moment.
Hang on to the front of this thing. There's a glyph in front of her that's glowing.
I'm going to get a little bit of a better angle at this thing and ask Saloon to attack with her sacred flame.
All right.
Oh, careful! I'm up here! Remember! Don't hit me!
A devastating failure. It is completely and utterly obsessed with this little halfling jumping up and around on it, and this sacred flame just flies straight up and smacks this thing in its giant rocky head, dealing 3 sacred, radiant damage. And again, like, although you hit it square in its face and it kind of does this, it just carries on obsessed with the halfling which is attached to it. And you can move if you'd like.
I already moved. I moved over here. Yeah. I'm here now.
Then Mr. Clutch.
Yeah, all right. So, realizing that my arrows absolutely do nothing, I'm gonna... How big is this thing, like, as far as maybe feet-wise? Like up and down, like, ish?
Well, probably about 25 feet.
All right, great. So I'm gonna run up to here.
Up.
I'm running up. This might be. Am I running up? Yeah, I'm running up. Oh. All right, guys, we gotta get together ASAP. But until then, I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna run here.
Not too crazy, I hope.
Oh, I don't have enough. See, my rope is only. I used to lasso, man. All right, it's a little thing you might not know about me. I was gonna lasso its feet together, but they're pretty far spread apart. I don't think I only have a 50-foot rope. Chaplain, could I have him throw me over his rope real quick as my action?
No, he's gonna need to do it on his turn.
Okay.
You can tell him to do it, but it will take all the way around to his turn before he can throw it to you.
And that would be his turn to throw it to me, right? Maybe.
Yeah,
we'll see.
kind of.
All right. I'm gonna take my rope then. Yeah, screw it. I got 50 feet of rope. That's 25 to get to the foot. I'm gonna lasso it back and chuck it right at its foot.
You have a thing, right? We legitimately, when we made your character, you can do lassoing as a thing.
No.
Is that not a thing?
No. I got like a saw. I got that saw thing.
Oh,
that's later.
We were making his character, and his character has a background of something like a cattle rancher or some farmery type background. Yeah. And he had the option to take a lasso as one of his items that he was like proficient with, and he took a shitty little saw.
I took a buzzsaw.
And now
I just didn't want to be too cliche, man. All right.
Yeah, I get it. So
I'm gonna throw this. So what
are you trying to kind of do? Tell me what it is.
I kind of want to get onto his leg. He's probably a really heavy creature, but hopefully I can get a nice pull around his leg. And
you're going for a what is it? Empire Strikes Back?
He's pretty much like something. Yeah.
You mean that old movie from back in the day?
That old? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're not proficient with a rope. So I guess you just need to roll a d20. You need to make an attack roll, but without proficiency.
So just slash 1 d20?
D20 plus your dex.
Okay.
You're still pretty dexterous, right? So you...
Yeah, I got good dexterity.
You have proficiency with the bow, but you don't have one with the rope. So
Yeah, my
You
deck's
kind
dirty.
of roll to start the lasso process by rolling to hit.
Come on, you little shit.
Hey, it's good. It flies true. It looks for a moment like it's going to go off course, and it catches around the leg of this giant mossy stone golem, and you successfully kind of wrap one of these things' legs up. Pretty
I'm a
damn
jet
well.
ski this motherfucker. I don't know what jet ski is though.
So you've got one of its legs tied up right now.
Don't forget to let go when it walks.
All right, cool. Thank you.
You're going to carry on running? Poop, 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 poop.
Be careful. Hey, clutch.
Yeah,
Careful. If that thing starts running, it's going to take you with it.
I'm down for a ride.
Oh, sweet Jesus. I continue for a second, and I start hurling up a fireball to throw at this guy's head directly and nowhere else, because I don't want to hit anybody else that might be around it. So I start rolling. What do I need to roll for that again? It's
So I think it was a d20 plus 5 for you.
20 plus 5.
If you look on your spells, you've got spell attack bonus right at the very top right, under, and there's a 5 in that box. So what you're doing is you're rolling a d20, and then you add whatever is in that box, because it might change with your level, but I'm pretty sure it's just max, so it'll probably.
And where's that? I don't know. I'm sorry.
Basically, you need to add a 5 to that, which you can do afterwards. It's a 20.
So let's do this then. Bing. Oh.
Either way, firebolt flies forward, strikes this thing. Elspeth or Miriam is attached to it, and it's firebolt hits it in the head, and all this flame flies over. But Pith holds on, and
You'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You'll be fine.
Yes, thank
you can roll your damage, which is when you just click on the firebolt now.
Where you at, firebolt? I gotta click on you. Come here, you son of a. You douche.
Nice.
5.
Yep, you strike this thing, it hits it, it kind of reacts, but not hugely, because it's still, once again, just fixated on this tiny halfling, which is jumping around and attached to it kind of thing.
I'm just gonna move a little bit too, and that's it.
Cool.
Whoosh.
The golem attempts to grab at Pith and throw her from him. I think you need to give me another. What did you do? Strength, or did you do athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics. Do you want another
Can I have
athletics?
another one, please. Yeah.
Athletics. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it kind of comes in like to try and get you, and you do like a Nathan Drake to one side and miss. It kind of hits itself, but not like in a I've knocked myself out way. It just kind of collides with itself and then draws back again, watching you, trying to get you off of it, but it can't really do anything because you're just attached. So now your turn. You have advantage to strike this thing.
It's a long way down. Okay.
If you wanted to hit it, unless you had some other plan.
All right. I see that it's still. Is it still lighting up right in the center?
Yeah, you're right. It's right in front of this weird
All right.
glyph in front of them.
All right, it's now or nothing, Miriam. It's now or nothing. All right, I'm going to take my Terrathorn and I'm going to attempt stabbing it right in the chest where,
Cool.
where this thing's lighting up.
You have advantage, but they're both 13. And like as you come in to like stab at this thing, it just shifts one way, and you kind of end up just hitting it because you can't get a good grip. And you don't really get a good hit on this thing. It's kind of more of a stumble as you and this thing are lurching around in the middle of this forest. Chaplain, your turn. Again, Brian's holding on for dear life while this thing's jumping about, moving around.
I don't like this.
So I'm gonna run in right here, and I'm actually gonna swing my warhammer right at that glyph that Miriam's trying to hit. I got a 21.
Nice. So it's like completely distracted by Pith, and then all of a sudden, bang! One of these this warhammer flies up. It's the glyph's like pretty big, but really you can only kind of reach like the top of its legs, like its crotch area. If it had a dick, this would hurt. And you just boom, you crack this thing, but you successfully hit it, and you see like a chip of stone fly off of this thing, like a nice fist-sized rock, chipped off one of his balls. But it's still distracted by it. It's still just not too bothered by anyone else. It's obsessed with Pith at the moment. And it's Clutch's turn.
All right, since I'm noticing that like my arrows did nothing, the daggers and the swords aren't doing nothing really. I'm gonna take. Can I light one of my arrows on fire?
Do you have something to light on fire with?
Yeah, I got a torch. But do I would need something to like catch it, huh? Could I wrap it in I don't
You can
know.
get creative with your inventory. There's totally ways you can make a fire arrow.
All right, I got a tinder box. I got a
That will
torch.
make fire. You've got a torch.
Torch
Do
was.
you have a thing that you can wrap around the front of an arrow? Like a
Oh, I'm
piece
gonna.
of
All right.
cloth.
I'm gonna take my water skin.
Yeah.
Oh no, it has water in it. Oh shit. I'm just
I
gonna
don't
rip
ever
up-
want to be in a burning building with you, John.
I know. We would all die, man. We would all die straight up. All right, so I'm gonna take a piece of my shirt. I'm just gonna rip it off, tie it around, light this bad boy up, aim the arrow, cock back, and pull it right at the glyph.
All right. Yeah. I'm going to let you do it.
Yeah, you are. You are. This is amazing. All right, here we go. Boom, baby. Oh,
Fire arrow
Yeah.
flies through the sky, flies beyond this thing, and lights up the night beyond for a few hundred feet before disappearing into the darkness as you
15?
unfortunately just about miss
oh,
on a
come
15.
on. Are you serious?
And Poo Poo Cakes, it's your turn.
Unlucky.
Also, can you just
I'm
add
not-
into your inventory that your shirt is destroyed now? Because you're gonna, you're just walking around with just this destroyed shirt.
I look out and I Clutch, stop shooting arrows. Get up there on top of that golem with them.
Oh,
Are you
that's easy
listening?
for you to say
That's
down
why-
there.
Yes, me down here. I start lighting up right now. I start conjuring up a little bit right now, and I'm still talking at the same time. Yeah, just watch out. I'm going to shoot this thing with lightning. You know what lightning is, right?
He's not
Don't
conducive
worry.
to lightning.
And I continue to, while she's doing that, I continue to swirl up a witch bolt to cast at this monster, which, if I'm correct, is a 1d12 of lightning damage, but I need to roll what to do it again?
Witch bolt is an attack roll. I think. Wait, was this the one, McCloakin, that we couldn't get to do the attack roll?
Yeah, so it should be 1d20 plus 5, and it's also a concentration check if he wants to hold it.
Okay.
Yeah. I couldn't remember if it was within the spell, because these spell sheets don't, for some reason, let you do the attack roll on some spells when you do it manually. I don't know why. So your attack, when it says spell attack in the description, that is always a d20 plus your plus 5 for you.
Okay, d20 plus 5. Okay. I'm also moving closer because I need to be closer to him, so.
Sure.
D5. It was a d20 plus 5. Is that just it again?
D20 plus 5, yeah.
A 17.
Nice, yeah. So this lightning strikes out and actually catches this thing, and begins to
I'm going to concentrate it too.
electrify it. I wonder if this is gonna fuck up Pith.
This is gonna hurt me. I'm literally in metal.
I
Actually,
mean,
no, it won't actually.
I can't. I don't know. I think it's just gonna hit the thing.
No, I think it's
Do you know
focused
the
on
rule?
the target. Yeah, it's focused because I played Wizard recently. It's focused on the target, and he's concentrating on the target. It's like Harry Potter when they're having that like weird lightning shit.
Oh, okay.
Like him and Harry.
Using Harry Potter is a good way for me to definitely change that rule. So we'll ignore that.
Oh my god, dude.
Do I have to do anything special if I concentrate?
Because we're on John Sandman's channel, I'll let it go. If we were on my channel, Piff would be being electrocuted. Like this would be like a Jurassic Park moment. But no, it's cool. So it's just targeted on this one thing. So you hit it, and you need to now roll the spell itself to do that.
Thank
then
God
we're
we're on
right.
John Sandman's channel.
Breaking that fourth.
Oh wow, what great damage that was.
Yeah, I mean, you're like attached to this though. You're like palpatining this thing at the moment, so that you don't need to roll your spell attack next turn. You can just roll the damage again as long as your concentration isn't broken by something.
Oh.
But again, this thing just barely even flinches when you hit it with this electric arc. The golem once again attempts to smack at Pith and remove her. This one looks like it's flying true. It's heading straight for you. This thing's coming to grab you. Give me a athletics check again.
Okay.
See if you can hold on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just as you're holding onto this thing, it comes in and you just duck your head as a thumb barely grazes over the top of your head, and you just manage to hold on. And this thing again comes in to try and grab you, and you duck, and it brings its arm back out, and it's yeah, I would say it's looking angry, but he's a golem, so he probably doesn't look like anything. It is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna attempt to hit this thing in the glyph again. I just think that this has got something to do with its weakness, so I'm just gonna keep going at it. All right. And yeah.
Again.
God bless it.
Sword comes back, and you feel like for a second you might fall off, but you have advantage. So you drive this thing forward. Terra Thorn strikes at this glyph. Give me damage.
Ooh.
Nice. This thing, like, you hit the glyph and it just feels like your sword hits a wall. It's like it kind of makes your arm go numb with the strike. But the glyph does like a flash, like a quick flashbang of light. And the monster, the golem, kind of goes, moves back, and you struggle to hold on, but you do successfully do so. And yeah, seems like you did something as you struck true. And presumably continue to hold on. Mr. Chaplin.
I'm going to attempt to... I'm going to do Sacred Flame when I see that, and I'm going to aim for that glyph.
Mm-hmm.
We got 7 damage.
Dex save. This time, the thing sees this Sacred Flame coming, and it puts a hand up, and the Sacred Flame hits the hand, and it just gets absorbed into this thing's hand, and it stops, and the Sacred Flame has been dispersed in some way.
Oh, that's...
The thing looks
Fucking
down
Yoda.
now at Chaplin and starts to sort of focus on Chaplin, who originally he didn't even know that you were there. Mr. Clutch.
All right, I'm sick of this crap. I look at this thing, I stare it straight in the eyes, and I know it's been through a lot as a golem, you know? I know it has its ups and downs, but I cast on it
a hunter's mark.
And my hunter's mark pulls back, and this is gonna add the damage to the bow that this thing has missed so many times, but not anymore, because this bow is gonna hit him right in that stupid little shiny thing on his chest, mother.
Hey, it does so.
Yeah!
The arrow flies completely true. Now that Pith has struck the golem's glyph, and you guys have all got like targets to aim for, Clutch fires his arrow just at the exact same spot that Pith managed to hit with her sword. I need damage, please.
And then I get a plus, right? Spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 to the target. All right, cool. Boom, baby.
And then a d6.
So, slash roll 1d6. Oh.
Nice. Like this arrow flies forward and it hits the glyph. Again, it breaks, but the creature actually moves back from it. It just kind of stumbles a little bit, as opposed to when it hit like the foot and didn't seem to do anything. The creature stumbles backwards, but it's still more focused on Chaplin and Pith than it is on Clutch. But yeah, you did some damage here, Mr. Poo Poo Cakes.
That was impressive. You finally hit it!
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You
That was
welcome.
amazing. That was great. Yep.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Pither Chaplain, is the glyph thing hanging out at all?
That's
Did you
embedded in.
It looks. God, it looks chipped.
It,
Maybe.
well, it looks like it's embedded into his chest or
I
something.
think somebody should try to rip it out. And then I just tase him again with my witch bolt.
Yeah, roll your damage.
The wise.
10 this time, nice. So, the creature just kind of the lightning just hitting every part of this thing, including the glyph, and it kind of stumbles about a little bit more. I mean, it's not looking beat up or anything. It's still completely moving with the same lumbering grace and strength that it had, kind of thing. But you've started to deal some damage to it now. It, however, grabs at Pith. Give me another athletics.
Please.
Oh God.
Oh.
You have to roll real high. I can't believe it.
Oh, she's still on. I just want to see
I rolled a
this.
20.
Oh my god.
Rolled a 20, and she managed to do it. It literally grabs onto Pith, whose shoulder barges the giant golem hand away with just the indomitable strength.
I need to see this in a movie. I need to. Like, this is so...
And this thing's hand flies clear away, and it's kind of in shock that you guys have actually managed to do this to it in the same way as I am. Pith, it's your turn.
Oh. Whoa.
Try to rip it out!
I can barely. All right. I don't even know. It's attached to it. But what am I? Okay. Screw it. I guess I'm just try to rip this glyph out. At the suggestion of Poo Poo Cakes. Seems to have the right idea here. So what do I need to roll for that? Just
I mean, it's sort of more like a carving. It's more like someone's carved a shape into the front of it.
That's what I thought.
But
It doesn't really look like
but
I
it's
can do
kind of
anything.
Glowing.
To
I mean, you can attempt to shove your hand into the area where the glyph is carved into it, but you've seen your sword hit it, an arrow hit it. It's not like it went in.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not really like anything.
Yeah, it's
just,
like just a marking on it.
It was just an idea!
it's all right. It was a good effort. Okay.
I heard that!
I'm going to climb up further, get away from the glyph. I'm gonna try and tear its head off. Or at least put it in some sort of headlock.
You're going to put a golem into a headlock.
Yes.
All right. So you're just climbing up further.
Yes.
But on top of your climb, you're going to try and grapple him.
Yes.
All right. So basically, this is melee attack, I think. No, you make another strength check, an athletics check.
Athletics.
And it does one back.
Oh my. Are you kidding me? I'm just watching this.
Pith is a beast. An absolute
Let's get
savage.
there.
So you get up and you get your little tiny halfling arms around the top of this. I mean, to be fair, this thing's head is like this. So really what you're doing is grabbing its head like this. And you just start to pull its head like backwards, and it's doing this giant thing is starting to like move backwards. And it's starting to break. It's like watching Shia LaBeouf rip off Optimus Prime's head in Transformers, but he starts doing it. That's what you're witnessing right now. So you literally you've just grappled this golem. So essentially, you I think you just gave everyone. Let me see what this thing does. Hold on. Target must be no more than just a grapple the check strength. A grapple creature can use its action to escape, and that's it. It can't do anything else. So it's fucked.
Yeah!
It's sort of incapacitated it. All it can do is try and break.
Do we all get advantage on it now too?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But it can't do any of its good shit to you, basically.
Oh my god.
Which it hasn't been, but still, now it
So I just kind of hold this for the rest of my turn and
potentially for the rest of your life.
right. Essentially,
Chaplain.
Does that mean we have advantage right now?
He said he didn't think so.
No.
Oh no, okay. So no, I'm gonna do something crazy. I haven't done this yet. I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna Saloon, let me use my guiding bolt.
Here we go.
And what happens is that you see like this majestic celestial arrow start appearing above my hammer that I put down.
Arrows.
We got 24 to hit.
That is a hit. That is a hit.
It's gonna do 14 radiant damage.
Holy crap!
All right.
And everyone
Absolutely.
now has advantage against the enemy.
So all of these these are like celestial arrows. You're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hitting it, and yeah, I mean they all do so. This thing's like got its head like caught by this tiny little halfling who's dragging it around, and then all this guiding bolt arrows smack this thing up, deal 14 damage to it. Yeah, this thing's like still kind of like it's not like falling over and destroyed or anything, but you're doing damage to it. Mr. Clutch.
Guys, I really don't think we're gonna be able to take this thing down. We need to flip, and we need to flip now. But until
Nope, we've gone too far.
It's all right.
You take it off, Pith. I got faith in you.
Just take it down.
all right, screw it.
Go for its head.
Kill it.
I'm gonna run in then. I'm just gonna join. I'm gonna join the battle with my rope. I still got my rope, right? That's around
You've
one of
roped
its
it,
feet.
yeah, you got it.
All right, so I'm gonna run right here, which is pretty close to it, and I'm gonna throw the I only use 25 feet of the rope. I'm gonna throw the other. It's a 50-foot rope to try and attach it to its other foot. All right.
You're like doing the thing like a bolo or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
called,
doing
right?
the bola. I'm bowling. I'm bringing this thing down. So I mean, because she's got it. She's bringing it from the head. I'm going for the legs.
Yeah.
I'll steady it for you. See if you can hit it.
1d20 plus dex. All right, come on, baby. Here we go. Bola, baby.
Oh, you did it. Yeah. Fucking hell. So
Fucking hell.
right
Fucking
around
hell.
this thing's other leg, and it wraps around it perfectly. And yeah, this thing's got both its legs trapped now in this rope, this like hempen rope that you've got. It's tied around its legs. It looks like it's handcuffed with rope right at the moment. You do anything else?
Um.
Kind of double grappled.
Yeah, I already moved too. No, that's my turn.
All right, poo poo cakes.
That was amazing. Where did you learn to do that? This is exactly why you should stop using a bow.
I'm not.
You're so good at everything else. I just, as I'm saying that, I just shock him again with another bolt.
God, will you stop doing that?
It's gonna be okay.
You shock him, but with a bit of a limp wrist there, as it only does one lightning damage.
I
Something
used all
happened
my
there,
energy the last time. I'm sorry.
like you
Get it.
sneezed.
Get it.
Give me an athletics check, please, as this thing tries to headbutt you off of the back of its head.
Come on,
Me.
come on,
Okay.
come on, Pith. Yes.
Oh god damn it, man.
She. Oh my god.
Well, up until now, it's been trying to use its dex to get you off of its front because it's been trying to grab at you. But this time, it just uses its brute strength and headbutts you. And although you're holding onto this thing, you've got the best possible grip you could ever have onto this thing. It has a +6 to strength. I shit you not, and it headbutts you, crack, and you fly off the back of this thing. Give me a 1d6. I'm
Oh,
gonna see
damn.
A what now?
how far you fly. Just roll 1d6.
1d6. Okay.
3. So you fly. Let's see how far off of this thing.
30 feet.
20 feet away. You just get headbutted off. You're on the back of this thing, like kind of here, and as it hits you, you fly back off of this thing backwards, flying through the air, and you land kind of on your armor, but it deals 3 damage to you. So boom, it's like knocks the wind out of you as you hit this ground and you slide backwards. And as you slide backwards, you land at the feet of 3 little gnomes over here. Give me 1 second because I'm on the wrong layer. As you land over here.
Oh my God.
And there are 3 gnomes.
Just chilling.
And as you're like looking up at them, and these 3 little gnomes are just looking down at you, and they look up and they see what's happening over there and what's happening with you. And you see 2 of them draw bows, and one of them, who's in like really nice looking greenish armor, he draws out this sword, which has it's a weird kind of look to it. Even though you're upside down, you can see that it's kind of the metal looks like it's got like an element of liquid to it, and there might be some bubbles bubbling up off of it, which is kind of odd looking. You are at the moment, you are prone, which means you have half of your movement speed you need to use half of it to get back up, and you are also winded with your 3 HP. The golem successfully broke out of its grapple, but it's still got its legs all caught up. Pith, it's your turn.
So I look at the gnomes, and all I can do, I can't even speak. So all I can do is just point in the direction of the golem and hope that they'll help us somehow, because I'm pretty much incapacitated.
Yeah. They're just looking at you with utter and complete shock. Let me just roll their initiatives, and we will add them in.
Were they there the whole time?
They just arrived.
Oh my God.
And I mean, to be fair, you guys have done really fucking well. I'm so proud. I feel like a proud mother on Mother's Day.
Not even a father. Just straight to mama.
Back down to Pith. So yeah, Pith, it's still your turn. You can stand up. It will take half of your movement.
All right, I'm gonna try and stand up. Even though I'm still trying to get my breath, I'm going to stand up. So do I need to roll any particular thing for that, or do I just...
No, you just half your movement, and you've got 25, so I think we round up, so you have 15 feet of movement. We round up in 5s for this.
Your gnomes. That thing. Kill it. It's trying to kill us.
These 2 in front of you look shit scared.
Please.
This guy here is kind of looking at you, and for a moment as he's drawing his sword, he's looking at you kind of like a bit questioningly, and then he looks up and he sees this thing, and he kind of gives you a sly nod. Yeah, I mean, you can attempt to do something. I think you still have javelins, right? I don't know if you've... Yeah.
I have javelins. All right. I'm not even sure I can make this, but I'm gonna attempt taking out a javelin from where I am and hitting it in the back and see if I can't do anything. I'm just gonna sort of blindly throw it, because at this point I'm still very winded. Everything's going a little bit fuzzy right now.
Yeah.
So in my sort of dizziness, I take a javelin like this and just I try to throw a javelin at it. Let's see what that does.
You throw a javelin and it lands 2 foot in front of you. And yeah, you can use the javelin to steady yourself like a staff for a moment if you want, as you obviously attempt to throw it, but unfortunately fail. And continue to catch your breath for another 6 seconds while Chaplain does the following. You have advantage from Chaplin's cast.
Oh, yeah, no, you do.
What's that in chat? So actually, I'm going to retcon that. What happens is, as you're breathing hard, Pith, you just launch this thing. It flies at the back of it and cracks it.
Yeah!
Still your damage.
That's great.
It hits the back of this giant stone golem, and it's just like throwing it at a wall. It splinters the javelin, and the golem doesn't seem to react. So you can lose a javelin from your inventory, but you did hit it.
I hit it!
Damage.
Oh, look at that! That's great.
Now it's Chaplin's turn.
I'm gonna be crazy like Miriam was, and I'm actually gonna climb up on this thing now. To have a
All right. So to climb, you use an athletics or an acrobatics check, and
17.
I will attempt to counter it. And yeah, you successfully manage to actually jump onto this thing's leg, and as it goes to swing at you, you duck and miss, and then you can start grabbing onto some of the mossy, like there's plenty of grab holds and stuff on this thing that you can move up this thing's body. using, and you successfully do so, climbing up the front of this thing. I'm guessing aiming for the glyph again.
Yes, I'm going to be aiming for the glyph.
So yeah, you can hang on to the same sort of area as Miriam was, as you're on the front of this thing now, and in front of you is this glowing glyph in this weird swirling shape. It's like a polywhirl or whatever that thing was from Pokemon. It's got like a weird shape on the front of it.
Okay.
Just a lot more scary.
Bringing up Poliwhirl. Nice, dude.
My Pokemon knowledge is so bad as well. I only know the first like 7, but whatever. The guy, the little gnome over here, who's in nice looking armor, his name is Captain Talbus, though you don't technically know that yet. Let me see who he looks like. This.
Oh man,
he looks awesome.
He's so badass.
Nice armor on. He's got this nice shield, and this sword is kind of like glowing and got bubbles, and it looks like a nice sword, but with like liquid stuff popping up of it. You see him, like he looks forward to this thing, and he moves the sword forward, and he shouts something in Gnomish. Did any of you speak Gnomish? I don't remember. I don't think so, right?
No one does.
No. So he literally just goes, and all these gnomes start shouting and moving around him. You hear a couple more shouts come from over in this distance. And he runs forward. I'm guessing he's not going to make it, but he's just going to charge in. He comes running in at the back of this thing with his little gnomish legs, running forward with this shield, and with a war cry. Mr. Clutch.
All right, it looks like we're all getting on the bandwagon, I guess. I'm gonna, because I still have through the other. So the rope is like the bola. It's on him. I'm probably not strong enough. Is that keeping him sort of not moving though? Is that like holding him down a little bit?
Yeah, he doesn't look like he can move at the moment.
All right, cool. So here we go. Let's go. I'm gonna do a round off, like backflip on to the giant.
You're gonna okay. All right, you're all gonna jump up on him. So give me an athletics or a acrobatics. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but remember that it's a round off backflip.
It's a round off backflip.
I just wanted to be badass, man.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. Here we go, baby. No.
I believe in you, Clutch.
You're gonna be.
Open my hands. I open it. It's like a gainer. It's like a backwards gainer.
It's like you're like a Russian gymnast, Olympics level gymnast right now, as you do whatever you said you wanted to do. Triple backflip, pike tuck onto the back of this thing. You're still a human, so you can't do like a jump like a flea or something.
No. I just got to his upper leg.
But you just do this crazy jump, which just is amazing looking, and you've impressed Captain Talbus as he watches you as he comes running in, and you just go flying up into the air and then latch onto this thing. You are now on this thing completely. It didn't even attempt to stop you because it didn't even know you'd done it.
I think everyone else is gymnast right now. They're fucking just flipping all over the goddamn place.
The rolls you've had are insane. From the further edges of the forest, some more gnomes come running out. These guys look shaky as shit. A stark contrast to Captain Talbus, who goes running in with his magical-looking sword. There's these much younger-looking gnomes, and they come running in. This one fires an arrow, and it flies devastatingly far above this thing's head. You'd think it was aiming at the moon. The other gnome, this guy over at the back here behind Pith, fires one in also. And again, aiming at the moon, this guy misses devastatingly. Poo Poo Cakes, your turn.
You guys, where did these gnomes come from? You think they saw everything blow up?
The back hit.
Okay, I just try to shock the, where'd it go? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello. Which bolt?
Which bolt? Again.
Oh! So
drawing power not from the forest that you are from, but from underground sewage pump. You don't do an enormous amount of damage. You just...
Did you call me a sewage pump?
Well, I'm just thinking you're in your home forest. I don't know where you draw your power from. Where does your power come from? Where do you draw your energy from, Goku?
My goatee ways.
Go to. All right, never mind.
Goat too, yeah.
Goat
It was worth a try, right?
It was gonna
but
get
yeah, I
good.
mean, you shock this thing. It kind of like jolts for a moment, but it doesn't seem to like obviously do a heck of a lot. Another one of these greenhorn gnome rangers fires in an arrow.
Oh shit!
Flies just far beyond where this thing was supposed to be aiming. He launches this arrow over here. These guys' arms, as they're bringing up these things, are just shaking like this. They're completely unable to hit him. The golem attempts to smack at Chaplin. Give me an athletics or an acrobatics check, please.
Shoot.
And an enormous hand smacks at
When
Chaplin.
it hits me, I would like to use my Wrath of Storms.
Ooh. Yeah. I mean, it hits you, and then what happens? As you go flying through
as
the
it
air.
hits me, it all of a sudden you just hear thunder crack, and it shoots back at him. He still hits me, but he gets a little damage back if he can't make his save. It's half.
Save. He makes his save.
That's such a cool little spell.
Terribly poor save. It fails his save. So literally, as this thing smacks at Chaplin, we see Chaplin like fly off this thing. He puts his hands out, and this thing is hit by another bolt of like electricity, and now he's just coated in it, partially from poo-poo cakes, partially from this like lightning bolt which comes out of. Does it come out of you, or does it strike him from the sky?
It comes out of me.
So yeah, Chaplin strikes him like a cloud with this random thunderbolt, which deals a grand total of 13 damage. And yeah, this thing just. But Chaplin, roll me a d6 as you fly through the air as well. We'll see how far you land.
Oh my god!
Jesus!
That's 5 HP and prone as you are smacked and you soar through the air 15 feet away from this thing as you boom hit the ground in all of your armor. It's a heavy landing as you deal 5 damage to yourself and slide across the ground a little bit.
Worth.
Another one of these greenhorns fires an arrow in. This one actually hits it. Let's see what it does. This arrow like flies in, it hits this thing, just pings off of its back.
Jeez!
Doesn't seem to do like anything. You see a tiny little chip of a stone get chipped off the back of this golem. This thing again takes further damage, but doesn't really take a lot. Pith.
All right.
Here we go.
What's my HP at? Am I at half? Yeah,
You lost 3, I think.
I lost 3. Oh, okay. I'm trying to assess the situation, but I'm also still a little bit shaky from everything that's been going on. I'm gonna move over here to Captain Talbus, and I'm just gonna try and he seems like he knows what he's doing, so I'm just gonna run over and just kind of mirror his movements, because for some reason whatever he's doing seems to be a little bit more I don't know, it's actually doing something. So I'm just gonna stand by him, see if there's any weak points. So maybe if I do like an investigation, see if there's any other spots that are like bothering him.
Okay, go for it. Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Nice. Looking
let's see.
this thing over, you start looking for any like little bits on this thing that might be a weak spot, something you can strike to try and bring this thing down. Looking at it, doesn't really look so. No, doesn't really look like anything's gonna just immediately like wipe this thing out. You're not gonna be able to strike somewhere with this sword. If you maybe had some sort of magical sword, some sort of ultimate magical power, that might help, but you personally looking for somewhere to strike with the sword doesn't look like there's anywhere that's going to do anything other than, of course, the glyph, which does seem to be able to it seems like when you hit the glyph you're doing much better damage than if you aren't hitting the glyph, essentially.
All right.
But no immediate weak spots.
So Okay. I turn to Captain Talbus and I yell at him. All right, you go around on his right side if you can. I'll stay on the left, and let's see if we can't just swing at his legs because they're tied up, right?
Yes.
Let's just start swinging at his legs and let's see if we can't bring this thing down together. Hopefully he understands me.
He turns to you and says, "Sure, whatever you say." And
Okay.
but he looks kind of. Give me an insight check.
Insight.
Yeah, no, this guy looks like he completely and utterly thinks you're the greatest.
You totally you get me, right? All right, cool.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Chaplin has teleported. You were over here, right? What happened? Wait,
Oh no, I was still sitting in front of the golem after the round was over, so I didn't know which way I got moved.
okay. You got flown. It was 15 feet this way, so I think you're
Okay.
one ahead, and you're prone.
Okay, I'm gonna get up.
Oh, I moved clutch. That's why. I just realized.
Yeah, I moved him back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my move action to get up, and I'm gonna go summon my sacred flame.
Flame, and that is a dex. This thing is shitty at dex rolls, but actually your sacred flame flies forward, and again it brings up this hand and grabs this weird divine kind of flame and extinguishes it. Again, he gives you kind of a stony glare. Captain Talbot.
Oh man.
Captain Talbot, after agreeing to Pith's plan, brings his sword back and strikes at this thing's back. I'm not even kidding when I tell you he just rolled a 20. So let's see how much fucking shit this does. Jesus Christ. All right. And another.
That was a beautiful
Another one. All right. So that is 10.
Holy crap!
14, and then
Talbus! I don't know your name, but you're awesome.
so he like strikes this thing, and then he strikes across it again, and you see that like whatever is on this sword, some of this like magical bubbling liquid kind of thing comes off of this thing. It seems to deplete what is on the sword, and some of it attaches like a kind of a glue to the back of this thing and starts to burn away at the area where it strikes, and it starts to burn into this thing, and it deals 16 damage in total.
What? I want some of this.
Double attacks. He looks to Pith and says, "You stand right there." And Clutch, it's your turn.
All right,
You got it.
I'm gonna call over. Did I see this from where I'm located on this golem, or no? Did I see?
Probably not. This is a tiny little gnome.
Okay. All right.
And you're on the front of this just giant rock thing.
Looking up at the golem, do I see like? Does he have like eyeballs?
Yeah, he's got eyeballs. He's got a face, but he looks like one of those.
But are they like made of stone? Like, is it?
Yeah, he looks like an Easter Island dude.
All right, then I'm just gonna, with my blade while I'm up like on like his like hip kind of area, I'm just gonna put it in my left hand and stab at the middle pendant again, or whatever,
Right.
the little engram.
You can roll. You have advantage.
I do?
Yeah, you're on him.
Bring
You
it
have,
on, mother. I didn't even need it. That's a crit, mother. Oh, I clicked longbow. Damn.
Yeah, you click. Oh wow.
I clicked longbow.
Wow.
It's okay. I'll do it again with short sword. Okay, I won't. But 20. Something.
20 to hit.
Something is not what I was excited about. But let's go. 9 damage.
And you strike at this thing's glyph.
Yeah. The glyph.
Cool. Yeah. So your sword like strikes into this thing's like glyph, and you feel again like it hits just like you're hitting a wall, but it actually moves the thing. The thing like jolts, and it feels like a lot more than when you've just randomly hit it with a little arrow to the foot or something like that. Who is next? Oh, one of these little gnome rangers fires an arrow. It's devastating. This one misses.
Of course.
This one fires and actually hits the back of this thing, but it kind of hits and glances across the back of it, and the arrow actually just goes off course.
These things.
Again, they kind of look a little shaky, though they're starting to sort of get their sea legs a bit here. They're starting to trying to warm up to battle. Poo Poo Cakes, your turn.
Clutch, hold on. I'm going to give this thing the final shock it needs. I hope. Hold on. Okay?
Ah!
Are you holding on?
What does it look like?
It suffers the shock of its life as you deal another 1 damage to it. Wow. That is a D12.
That was amazing, Poo Poo Cakes. That was amazing.
These witch bolts are a D12. That's the he could potentially hit for 12, and it's been a 1 and a 1 and a 2 and stuff like that. So
Well done!
Thanks.
Those have been working really well.
I appreciate it. You're so kind. We can talk about this after someone kills the golem.
Is it like a spaghetti noodle of a lightning bolt that you're just tickling it?
Chaplain, don't you start with me.
This gnome ranger over here actually managed to hit the golem in the head. Ping! And it knocks a tiny little chip out of the side of this golem's head. It comes in and attempts to smack at Clutch. Clutch, give me an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Done and doneer.
It smacks Clutch. An enormous, great big backhand. Hits Clutch. Give me a D6.
Oh no. Oh god. Damn.
Ouch. As you, again, in the same way as Chaplain, except you don't get to do any Hellish Rebukes Lightning Edition, you get boom, smacked off this thing, fly through the air, and land on your back, skidding across the ground, dealing 5 damage. So probably knocking the wind out of you. The golem now starts to look around, starts to move his shoulders as he is free-ish. Gnome Ranger, which one are you? Oh, you're that guy up there. Gnome Ranger up at the back, fires an arrow, and this one hits too. Good guy. This is a good one again. It hits the back of the head and chips a little bit more off of this thing. It's not like it's kind of not looking great, I guess. It's got lots of chips and cuts and electric burns and radiant scorches and stuff on it. The glyph on the front, which was a bright green, is kind of starting to dim a little bit. Pith, your turn, even though you can't see the glyph behind it.
Right. Well, Captain told me to just stay right here. I don't know what he wants. I turn to the captain. What should I do? Do you know what I should do?
Kill the thing, quick!
Kill it, quick!
Oh my god.
Got it.
Terraform.
Listen, I've tried doing everything that I possibly can to this golem.
Do more of it.
Yes, and let's end up like Poo Poo Cakes, who's doing so much damage right now. I run over to the captain and I say, look, I'm giving you my shield, so just do whatever you need to do. I'm going to protect you.
He smirks at you. And that's all you're doing this time?
I don't know if there's anything else I can do, honestly.
Cool. Mr. Chaplain.
I'm going to be crazy, and I'm going to keep that thing's focus, and I'm running up, and I'm going to do an athletics check, and I'm going to jump on it.
Yes, dude.
That's the spirit.
Nice. Let me...
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no. No way. Did you roll a 20?
Running at this thing, and as you come running at its legs, it just brings up one of its legs, snaps the hempen rope like there was nothing between its legs, and slams the ground, causing it to shake. Chaplain just stumbles on the tremor that hits and falls at the front of this thing's feet. Chaplain, you can stumble back up to your feet, but the grapple was unsuccessful. Barely.
Jeez.
Barely.
When your DM makes that face, that's never a good sign. When he's like...
Because I was like, does he hit you back? But that would have not been fair. I was going to have him just smack you across the field.
Oh my god.
Like, no, he doesn't get an attack. He just gets a failed climb creature. So I'll let you off. Captain Talbot draws his sword back and strikes at the back of this thing. All right, Captain Talbot's is shit hot. It's my first custom character that I made all of his shit up myself. So yeah, don't worry, never mind. He strikes at this thing. The first strike seems to get rid of the rest of the stuff which is on this, the like magical essence which is around this thing, and kind of attaches to the back of it and strikes, like cleaves a line into the back of this thing, and you see it kind of bubble up. And then when he brings his sword back, it looks like a master-crafted sword, but just an ordinary sword now. It doesn't appear to be anything bubbling off of it or anything like that, like it's used up the magic. And then he just strikes at it again, carving at this thing. In total, he deals, this is too many numbers for me with the amount of sleep I've had. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, man.
13 damage to this thing.
Yeah!
As he does so, this like a part of the back of this golem actually just breaks and slides off of it, like he's actually caused like a fucking tremor as he carves into this thing, and it starts to erode. All the erosion and stuff that from the previous attacks and this new one break chunks off of the back of this golem, as he deals, what did I say, 16? 14, 13 damage to it. And yeah, the golem kind of stumbles forward a little bit, and then looks around him. Clutch.
Yeah. All right, so I saw that. I obviously saw the stone fall off the back, right?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Mate, yeah, you would have seen it like land something like through, because you're laying on the ground in front of this thing's legs. Behind it is Pith, and then this other guy in all this cool armor, and then just bunches of rocks fall off of this thing after he hits it a couple of times.
Okay, and do I have to get up on my turn? Does that cause the whole turn to get up because I'm all beaten up?
You'll just take half of your movement to stand up.
All right, so I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna call over through the leg to the Captain Talbot. I don't know his name. Gnome, where'd you get that stuff? That stuff was amazing.
Captain Talbot kind of glares at you through the legs. He doesn't even acknowledge you, and then goes back to like his stance with his shield.
Thank you so much. All right, I'm gonna. Chaplain tried to jump up, right, and he failed.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use the rest of my movement, and once again, I'm gonna try and keep this thing down. I'm gonna jump on it. I'm gonna do a nice little my round off backflip onto it.
Yeah.
And here we go, flying. How'd I
come
do?
running at this thing, and as you go to jump on its leg, it just lifts its leg up, as if it's kind of doing like a wah, and you just run to the front of its shin, and you can't get anywhere near up high enough as it lifts its leg up for you to try and grab a perch on its knee and jump up onto it. And yeah, you stumble and then just fall backwards. You Chaplain are just now around this thing's leg, looking upwards. I guess you're kind of here. With another fail, unfortunately, but it was a 10. Why didn't you use acrobatics? Surely your acrobatics is much higher than athletics.
Not true. I'm
Really?
I'm special in athletics. Yeah.
Special.
I'm special.
He's special.
All right.
He's a very special boy.
He's a very special boy. He has proficiency. This guy fires in an arrow. Oh my god, he hit. That was so unexpected. Fires in an arrow, chipping a tiny little bit off of the back of this thing as it's starting to crumble and fall apart a little bit. And then the guy at the back fires in an arrow as well, but this one misses, flying over Pith and Chaplain's heads. Poo Poo Cakes, it is your turn.
Clutch! Chaplain!
What's up, Poo Poo?
Yeah.
Are you guys okay?
We're doing fine so far.
All right, I'm just gonna keep shocking this thing. Would you guys quit trying to climb it?
Can't promise anything.
Yes! Finally, I hit him with some damage.
Nice.
Zip.
It's actually pretty good. Like you see this like lightning, and this time you see it kind of grab purchase. Some of this like electricity actually goes into the glyph and you see the glyph kind of like turn on and off kind of thing, and the golem kind of stumbles left and then stumbles right, and it starts to look real shaky. That glyph, super dim, super dim. this gnome over here fires in an arrow, and surprise, surprise, he misses. The golem looks down at Chaplin and at Clutch, and like the Hulk, brings up 2 fists.
Jeez.
As they fly down towards each of you. I need both of your ACs, please.
14.
I got an 18.
14 and an 18. So one of them, Clutch, crushed underneath it. Looks like he's probably crushed every bone in his body. Chaplin manages to just about dodge out of the way as this thing hits the ground next to him. This is pretty painful.
Please don't kill me.
Don't worry, I got you, boo-boo.
This is gonna hit you for 18.
Oh, I'm down.
So this thing just comes down. Clutch attempts to move out of the way, and it crushes him. He hits the deck and brings him back up. If it were a cartoon, he'd be flattened, but it's not. He's just all blood, bruises, and broken bones right now on the ground, as he is KO. One of these rangers fires in an arrow, and it flies way above this thing's head. Pith, this golem, after hitting the ground, kind of starting to attempt to regain its posture, is wobbling around a lot.
Clutch!
He's out. He's out.
Don't focus on him. Just focus on the golem. I got Clutch.
So I notice that this thing is kind of stumbling a little bit, and I don't even think. I just go forward and just start pushing it forward. Chaplin, move out of the way! And I push it, and I try to get it to where it doesn't land on Clutch, and just keep pushing it and try making it fall over just through sheer force of will.
Yeah, give me an athletics check. Hey, it's good. Let's see. Is it good enough? Oh, it is good enough. You actually managed to shove this thing off balance, and it stumbles forward and kind of falls over here, kind of away from where you guys are. Just as it regains itself, it starts to slowly turn back on you guys. Yeah, you actually managed to shove this thing. Good job. Chaplin.
I'm leaning down, and I'm putting my hand on Clutch. And I'm like, no, you're not out of this yet. Get healed.
So, you guys hear me?
That will be Cure Wounds, level 1. He gets 9 hit points back. And I'm like, Clutch, get back. Just get back as soon as you can.
Clutch, you sort of come to some of your bones in your body, some of the wounds that you suffered kind of heal magically. They strengthen up. You probably feel a bit like shit. You come to, around you, there's this thing above you that's just stumbling forward. Pith looks like she's just pushed an actual mountain out of the way, and Chaplin is stood above you, looking like some sort of divine goddess. God. And is that the end of your turn, McCloken?
I'm also probably going to move back over towards this way. Well, I'm actually probably going to stand right here, the guard Clutch, until he can move.
All right.
The character swap. Did someone?
Yeah, my Zoom crashed.
Oh, no big deal. We can fix that at break.
Yeah, we'll go into a break in a second, depending on what Captain Talbus does as he goes running in and attempts to strike at the back of this thing with a swing and a miss and a swing and a miss. Damn it, Captain Talbus, you're supposed to be better than this. God damn it. As he comes flying in, but this thing's like stumbling around, and this tiny little gnome swinging at this thing and unsuccessful in his swings as this enormous golem is kind of moving around. Clutch, you are on the ground.
All right, I'm
You're up.
I'm gonna stand up and can I move away from this thing?
Yes.
All right, cool. I stand up and I'm just gonna move a little bit away from it, so I'm a little out of the way because I'm pretty low. I'm beaten up. I'm walking over. I'm just gonna turn around, take an arrow and drive it right into the back, the middle of his back, where that hole was starting to form. I'm gonna shoot my arrow right at him.
Roll to hit. You have advantage because you're behind it.
Doesn't
but
even matter.
It doesn't matter.
God dang!
Shot is terrible. As you turn around, you realize that one of your arms is broken, and you fire an arrow, but it's weak and it doesn't really strike true. This gnome fires an arrow with a 1. He fires at the ground in front of him. This one fires an arrow. It hits the back of the fucking golem. It actually hits this golem in the sweet spot between the back of its neck, and it kind of hurts it. The golem actually kind of stumbles forward as this gnome actually deals some damage. He lets out a little woohoo behind you guys. Poo-poo cakes. I'm going to put it this way. You only need to deal 1 damage.
I just sit there like, guys, I've got this. And I start swirling up the biggest bolt I can again. And I'm like, don't worry, I really got it this time. And I just...
like the tiniest little electric bolt flies through the air. You just see this little surge of power as it flies towards this giant great golem. And then the golem stops, and although nobody can see the front of it, the glyph dims down to nothing, and it completely goes out, and the golem just falls apart.
Are you kidding? Was that
multiple rocks? That's what killed it.
Wait, he gets the credit? Are you joking?
Yeah, he gets the credit. He's
No
officially the
way!
one that felled the mossy stone golem as it falls into multiple bits of rocks and a head across the ground, and the magic goes out of the golem.
I just
Successfully, go on.
I just turn to Pith and Miriam and Clutch, and I go, "We're never going to hear the end of this."
No.
As the golem sort of falls apart, you hear the Captain Talbot shout something to each of his troops, and you see each of them once again draw their bows and arrows up, and they aim at you as Talbot brings a sword down to Chaplin's throat. And at that point, we are way overdue a break, I think.
Yeah. But real quick, before we get a break, Tiger, Elspeth McLoken, cameras off, because I got to do this here no matter what. And then Elspeth on. Okay, I lied. Elspeth off. Tiger on. McLoken on. Elspeth on. We Gucci to go to break. We will see you in 5 minutes. Thank you guys all so much for being here too. We love you, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
gnomes.
Yeah, we be back. We be back. We be back.
Baby,
We
we're
be
back.
back. We be back. We be back. So what just happened? We took down this awesome golem.
Yep, the golem has been reduced to rubble, even on the map. You're welcome for that production quality.
Wow.
Oh.
John pays me $400 a session.
Every
So,
session.
yeah.
I care about you guys. I care about everyone.
He
400.
doesn't.
I did not even close.
They don't even talk to me until 5 minutes before we go live.
Fuck you all the goddamn time.
I know, I'm kidding. Elspeth was literally in my last YouTube video.
Huh?
That is how close we're like that, us as a group, not just me and Elspeth. Me and
All of us.
Get me a YouTube video.
The 5 of us.
You can all. I'm gonna McCloakin's
I'll be there.
in a YouTube
I'll
video
be there.
soon. Coming soon to a PewDiePie near you. McCloakin's nipple.
Ah, yes.
I just need to find somewhere to put it. Anyway. Okay, so you guys like fell this thing, but then the Captain Talbus like shouted at each of his rangers, and they all bring up a bow and arrow, and he levels a sword to Chaplain's neck, and he says in common, "What in the name of Miliki was that?"
I actually I couldn't even tell you. I didn't even know rocks could come alive.
Hey, over there with the knife at my friend's throat. Could
Yeah.
you maybe not do that? We don't want to fight. We just fought a golem.
Silence, Sutter.
What?
And he kind of looks back because there is an area where a gnomish outpost used to be, but now there is nothing. A hole in the ground. What happened here?
Things exploded.
A long story short, there was a evil-looking man, and he blew it up.
Lay down your arms, please.
Wait, what?
Put the bow on the ground.
I put my hammer on the ground.
I take off of my bow.
We mean you no ill will. We're friends here. We knew Sipson before the terrible things happened. That
Where is Subson now?
the last we know, everyone was in the fort.
And you did this?
No. We didn't do this. We were trying to stop this. This happened in front of us.
You're telling me this giant stone golem managed to create a giant hole in the ground 100 feet across?
I couldn't even do that. I'm not that powerful.
Nielsen, bind the wizard's hands. And one of these comes.
Wait, me? You're gonna bind me? I resist.
All right.
But when I say that, I say I resist isn't like I'm like, hold on a second, because I want to talk.
He's like, so this little gnome comes over to you, and like he puts his bow over one shoulder and brings out a dagger, and he brings out a little bit of rope as well as he's heading towards you. He's kind of got the dagger up. Put your hands out.
Listen. First off, can I ask you real quick why you want to tie me?
You're a magic caster, are you not?
Yes, but I'm not going to hurt anybody. And maybe if you would give us a couple minutes to explain to you what actually happened, maybe we could sit down and talk about this instead of you threatening us. We just
You'll
fought.
have plenty of time to explain yourselves later.
Well, I'm not. You don't need to tie me up for me to explain things to you, do you?
I don't know what. And he kind of looks over at the hole in the ground and says, "Listen, if you can do that, I'm going to try and make sure that you can't do it again."
Well, how do we know you're not going to hurt us?
Poo-poo cakes. Let's just go with it, because let's just not make any more issues, because I have a sword next to my throat right now, and it looks like it'll hurt.
He's right, Poo-poo. He's right.
Come quietly and we will not harm you.
Well, I have no problem coming quietly. How about we just don't bind my hands? There's a reason. Can we do that? Can we like meet halfway?
No.
Give you my here. I'll give you my. Like, here's my. I throw my stick down.
The book. Take the book from him.
Oh, you want my book? Oh, my book. Can you just promise me you'll give it back?
Your book is your arcane focus. I think without it, you can't cast anything.
Anything.
That has an M next to it, I think.
I know why you want me to get rid of the book, and I understand, but I just got to be honest. I haven't. I feel like we just killed a golem together, and now you want to hog tie me or take my book. How about this? How about we make a deal? If I cast anything, you just kill me.
It seems to me that if you cast something, we're all dead anyway.
Do I look like a powerful wizard?
Poo-poo! Let him bind your hands. Trust. Okay.
The captain just gives a nod to Nielsen. Okay, hold on.
I would just like to add.
What'd you roll?
Can you see it?
A 23?
This is the fucking Golem's HP. You see all those fucking scratch outs there? That's fucking HP you did to it.
Was that a 20? He's dead.
As this little scout hits you. So he just butts you over the head. It deals 5 HP of damage, and he attempts to sort of kick the book away from you. Do you want to try and like contest it by like rolling a dex save?
Yes. Oh, great. A dex save. Fantastic.
So he butts you around the head with the back of this dagger and kicks your book like 10 feet away into the bushes.
Ow!
And he brings the dagger back up again.
I just want to say, okay, if he was that powerful, how come he didn't do that to the golem?
Yeah. How come I didn't kill the goblin? Now you just hit me. Thanks a lot for that. Why are we supposed to be friends? You just hit me. If I could kill you guys, why didn't I already do it?
Because
To be fair, you should have seen the whole fight.
I
was hitting this thing with
time.
static shocks the entire time. It wasn't anything great. I mean, congratulations on taking it down, by the way, but it wasn't spectacular.
Listen, I don't understand what's going on here, but bind their hands, and each of them comes in and with like a little bit of rope, and a dagger again towards each of your faces. Again, Talbot has the point of his sword right up to you. The one of them's going to try and bind your hands again. Poo-poo cakes.
I'm going to resist.
All right, how do you want to resist? I mean, you can fucking hit him.
Yeah, I can hit him. When he tries to come at me to bind this time, I literally just put my hand on his head.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I try to do. I just put my hand on his head. I'm just like, please stop. I don't want to hurt anybody. You have my book. You don't need to bind my hands. I can't cast any spells. I'm tiny, and now it hurts. Look at this lump. You see this lump?
Give me a persuasion check.
God dang it.
That is a crit 1, which is also what the gnome rolled. He kind of looks over to the captain and goes, and Talbot says, and he once again attempts to bind your hands.
I resist.
Oh my god!
He butts you in the head again. This time dealing where is it? What is it? 3 damage to your head.
Listen, you hit me one more time, we're actually gonna have a problem. I don't want to fight you. Will you please just stop hitting me?
If you don't want to fight him, then just accept the fact that your hands are going to be tied.
Nope.
You see this? Hey, look, poo-poo, look at me. You see this is not that bad. Life's good. I could still move. Look at this. I got motion in the ocean. Like, I'm good, man. Just let him do it. It's not that bad. What are you being so hard on him for?
I'm not being hard on him. We haven't done anything, and we just fought a golem, and now they want to tie us up because
they have every
their
reason
entire
to
city has
distrust
been destroyed. Look
Why
behind
wouldn't
us.
they distrust us?
We need to earn
Everything's
their
wrong.
trust.
I just got hit in the head twice.
Because you're resisting. Them binding you. They're scared, man. They're scared little people. And we didn't make them not scared. We got to go talk to their higher ups, let them know what happened so we can
Where
get
do
out
you
of
need
here.
to take us?
We'll be taking you to Lipson Spare.
Oh, okay. You can tie me up. You should have said that in the first place.
Oh,
What?
Tie me up.
Why?
Oh my God.
Don't that important. And each of them kind of looks at you a little bit more, and he looks to Chaplin and says, "You, where you are from? Kellos? You are one of the Kellos?"
I'm not from Kelos. I'm actually, I know of Kelos, but I'm from the Isle Isles. I'm a sailor.
Give me a persuasion check.
I'm trying to do this binded. Hold on. Yeah, well, fuck.
It's the same. Again, they kind of like regards you for a second. And they start to bind each of your hands, and then Talbus and each of them pulls out like a blindfold, and each of you is blindfolded. And then he says, allow us to lead you. No harm will come to you.
Too late.
And they start to lead you in a certain direction. And you can kind of see out the bottom, so you can walk kind of thing. And they lead you somewhere for a little while. And you're walking for about maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. Hear them muttering and speaking around you. Every time you guys maybe go to speak to each other, they ask you to be quiet and be silent. But they're obviously speaking in Gnomish.
Miriam, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you?
Yeah, it's nice. They didn't tell me to shut up this time. This is pretty cool. All right.
That's good. I'm worried about Poo Poo Cakes. I hope he's all right.
Yeah, I think he's all right. Just a little butt to the head, no big deal. This is really nice. We're having a full conversation, not getting shut up. This is great, man.
I mean, we did just kill a golem. I guess I can't be that angry.
Chaplain, how about you? Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm just trying to figure out how this is going to end.
It smells weird here.
They're gonna kill me.
Probably.
Silence.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Like after a little while, you start to hear the sounds of like kind of a bustling city. You can hear like definite noises. There is like some sounds, but it sounds like they're coming from like above you and ahead of you on the ground and stuff like that. It's not like ridiculously loud, but you can definitely make out now the sounds of like a village or a lot of people. And once they get to one area, you're each told to stop, and you hear one of the gnomes head away and start to speak to somebody a bit further away in Gnomish. It sounds like whoever they're speaking to is like high up, like very high up, as one of them's kind of going, and then from much further away, like a and that's how Gnomish sounds. Okay, Jesus, what are you?
It's such an adorable language.
It's so cute, dude. Like
And,
straight up, it's cuter than kitten videos. Like it's so good.
You start to hear like a gate, then like be like wound up, like winched up, tick, 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 and you're bustled forward again, and you're taken into what sounds like a much louder, much more bustling city, and you'll move through. You can hear hushed gnomes all muttering among themselves. Now there's lots of them. They're all around you. I don't know why the sounds thingy isn't working, but there is lots of noises and lots of people all about, like a market or something like that is going on. Eventually, after about 10-15 minutes, it quietens down as you're led into a building. You can see below you like stone, and then you're taken downstairs. They take pretty much all of your stuff off of you. Your armor, your inventory, your swords, quarterstaff, spellbook.
Did they take my hat?
Hammers and stuff like that. They don't take your hat, but they take.
Did they take my hat?
Or your glasses. Yes, they take your hat.
What the heck? Jeez, all right.
Did you ask not to?
No.
There you go. They take your hat.
All right.
And then you're led down into a much colder area. They take you into a room, and then you hear a couple more gnomes speak to each other, like, and then the door closes, and you've doesn't seem like there's anybody else in this room with you. It's very cold. It's very dark. Let me just check that I have.
Is everyone still here?
Yeah, I'm here. Are you?
Okay.
You?
You guys still have blindfolds on? Because I do, and
Yes. I can't see anything.
can't see anything.
Shoot,
My
you
head
think,
hurts.
You think they'll get mad if we take them off?
They hit me in the head twice, so
You don't care?
I mean, we can try. I'm gonna attempt to take off my headband.
Yeah, me too.
Blindfold.
Do we have to roll anything for it?
No, you can probably do it. It's just a loose bit of like shitty rag that they wrapped around your head just to
I'm leaving mine on.
give you an idea.
I got it off, guys. It's not as hard as I thought.
Do I still have my necklace of saloon?
Is there like a tie or something in the back?
Yeah, you probably have your necklace actually.
Okay.
They would have taken your backpacks and your weapons.
We're-
Well, but-
I'm gonna look for something around the room just to get the bindings off. I'm getting very uncomfortable like this. Is there any like corners, any sharp corners, anything I can just
don't see
slice it
anything.
with?
Who has dark vision?
I have dark vision.
And
Me
just
and-
you two.
Yeah.
All right. So, as far as Pith and the map that I have prepared has destroyed itself, so I'm just having to fix it.
It's all good. We're in full.
The room around you is like completely pitch black, but Chaplain and Poo Poo Cakes, you can see that it's.
I still got a thing on my eyes.
Oh, you still have a thing? All right. Well,
I
then.
didn't take
Okay. Chaplain, you see that it looks like little more than a cave. There's like barely anything in here. It's like a damp little room. It kind of looks a little bit like somebody has been living in here, or maybe something like that. There's some like various scratchings on the wall in like weird text. At one end, there's like a plinth. It looks like it's kind of the shape of a table or something. It's round, about the size of like a gnome. If a gnome was to lay on it, it would be about that size. Like Miriam could maybe like fit on it and kind of lay down, but it's like not huge. There's a couple of tiny little holes in the ground that seem to go down, and they seem to be very wet, and they smell like urine around them.
So
Other than that, yeah, there's just basically nothing in this room. It's just dark and smelly.
I think this is hey, you probably guys can't see in here right now.
Well,
but,
Jacob,
there's-
it smells.
No, it
nice.
smells like crap in here, man.
it smells like crap because there's little holes to do your business in, and I think we're in a prison cell.
Okay, so
Wait, we're in a prison cell? Why?
Because I imagine what from their perspective, it looks like we blew up their western fort.
All right, so how do we prove ourselves that we didn't do that?
Well, we got to talk to them, and hopefully we can persuade them to see our way of things, and maybe telling them about the crystal or anything. But as far as anything, it looks like we're stuck here for the time being.
Yep. Stuck.
Poo Poo Cakes, why don't you want to take off your blindfold?
Because they come in here and I took my stuff off, they're gonna hit me on the head again.
That's actually a really good point. You should probably leave it on for the rest of your life. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
probably
gonna
just
take
leave
this
it
off
on.
till they tell me I can, because I'm tired of getting hit, and we're obviously in a dungeon / prison, and I didn't want to come here, and now we're here. I'm not mad at you guys. I'm just mad at the situation. Very angry with the situation. My head hurts really bad.
What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that?
I don't know.
Oh my god, I felt it. I felt it.
There's something in here. I think there's something in here.
What was it?
What
It was
is
like,
on them?
cold.
What are
It was like
what are they
cold or
freaking out
something.
about?
It was like a cold wind, but like a rat. It had like a rat tail. Cold wind.
It was probably just a mammal.
It was a cold wind rat tail.
It was a tab. What? What is that?
All you calm down. There's nothing in here. I can literally see in here.
I swear.
We're in here. You're
I
wrong.
felt it.
You're
was-
wrong. We're in here.
It was around my pinky toe.
You're wearing boots.
Yeah, but I still felt it on my pinky toe.
I don't like the dark. I don't like it. I don't
Yeah.
like.
So what? How big
You
are?
guys have any water?
Here, you guys all kind of gather here together. You guys hang on to each other. I'll look around for anything. And
Hang on to me, but I ain't moving. I'm laying right here. My head hurts.
So I'm gonna kind of move Clutch and Miriam over by the table, and then Poo Cakes doesn't want to move, and so I'm gonna put them by the table and then look for stuff like water or anything that will make life a little bit easier in here for the time being.
This is a
All right,
real nice table.
Give me like a perspective or an investigation, perception or an investigation check.
I got a.
Yeah, looking around, there's like no water. Like you might be able to lick like the walls. They look kind of damp, but not like there's a water source. Just like it's so kind of cold down here that they're a little bit damp, but it's not necessarily the cleanest wall in the world. In general, it just looks like you are almost literally in a hole in the ground. There's a door at one end through here. You can see like a door, but really it's just a damp little hole, and it smells like urine.
Okay.
Scratchings in the wall.
Hello!
Hey.
Get us out of here! I'm freaking out!
Oh,
Okay, you guys.
please.
You guys, calm down. I have a solution for this.
I'm
Oh,
freaking
God.
out, man. I don't like this, man.
I have such a headache.
I'm gonna pick up a rock and I'm gonna focus and make it light, and put it on the table.
Okay.
Cool.
You guys want some light? I can. Oh, never mind. I can't do anything. It took my book.
So he casts light on a rock, and it sends out a bunch of light all around and lights up the room nicely. So yeah, you have a rock on that table.
All right, this is not as creepy as I thought it was.
I'm still pretty creeped out, actually, so.
Hey, don't be scared.
Does anyone know those writings on the wall? Does anyone know that language or what it means?
What's it look like?
I couldn't even.
Take off your blindfold, man. Just look at it.
Nope.
Right?
Nope. I have a headache. It's probably bright now. Just tell me what it looks like. Describe it to me.
What is the writing, Brad? Like,
What's
do
it
we
look
know?
like?
The writing, nobody in here appears to be able to read.
Looks like it's got like, it's like cursive meets birds.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Yeah, me neither. Wow. That's
It looks like tic-tac-toe.
yeah,
I do know that one. I do know that
Oh,
one.
it looks like
do.
when you go on a hill and you look out and you
Keep
hit
describing.
you hit a bird with your arrow and the blood splats out from the bird. Sort of
Yeah.
looks like that on a wall.
Okay, I can tell you what it means. Do you want to know?
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
It just looks like chicken scratch. Like it looks like it's the same sort of character repeated over a lot of times, but not all the time.
Yeah, I can't read it, and I'm an idiot.
You heard that,
apparently.
right?
Says
Is it-
Maybe 4 characters repeated and then a different one and then the same thing.
Is it like a tally of someone who's been down here? Maybe they were keeping track of how many days they were down here. That's a lot of days, maybe.
hello, is anybody out there? Can you get us out of here, please?
I swear, why you yell? Like they beat me up and put us in here. We're just gonna have to wait till they get in here.
I'm gonna yell straight into Poo Poo Cakes here. Hello, is anybody out there? Can you please help us?
I don't think yelling's gonna help.
Oh, you don't. You don't. What do you think's gonna help then?
Wait until something happens.
I remember this moment. Clutch.
Will you?
Oh, probably not. My head hurts.
Because you'll probably
bad.
just shoot like a lightning bolt at it and do nothing to stone.
Oh, great. So what you're saying is you have to scum down to your little human levels and get all upset because you're mad at me.
All right,
for being
listen.
here? This isn't my fault that we're in here.
It probably is. They were probably going to give us a nice deluxe version before you decided to resist twice.
I'm sorry that you trust people so much.
I do, because we could have probably had a nicer. There would have been a bed at least, so I could have taken a nap because I'm tired.
I
I'm
dare you to ask him when he comes in here. Were you going to put us in a cell?
I will. That's the first question I'll
You ask him. You ask him.
I'm
Go
gonna say,
ahead.
did this stupid cow thing ruin
You
our
realize
chances?
how mad you are, right? I'm just pointing out how angry you are.
I'm tired. I'm tired, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. You
No.
mean it. I understand.
No, I don't mean it. I'm
Fine. Just, maybe next time shoot a little better.
That's what she said.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
What?
Nothing.
Okay, but Chaplain,
Yes, poo-poo cakes.
is there a door anywhere?
There's a door that smells like piss.
You want to knock on it?
I don't know if I want to go in there.
Well, I mean, like, is there like another door that looks like it'll go out to where they're at? Maybe we can knock on it. Maybe we'll get someone's attention. 'Cause I really need some water. And then maybe we could ask if we could take these blindfolds off, considering I'm the only one that left mine on.
If you give me about 8 hours, I can get you some water.
What?
Let's take a rest, and I can get you some water. Probably faster than they can.
I mean, I could probably use a nice sleep. I'm pretty tired. My head hurts. You guys want? You know what? I mean, we're locked in a cage. We could probably all just sleep at the same time. Can I lean on you?
Yeah, that's fine. You can lean on me.
Nah, I wasn't talking to you. I'm talking to Skinny over here.
You're talking to me?
Yeah, I know you just yelled at me, but you could just pay back by sleeping back to back
Yeah,
with me.
yeah. You can. I'm down to sleep, man. I tell you, when I have no sleep, I get in a bad mood. Let's just go.
Yeah.
Or I'll come over to you. You look like you're in a comfortable sort of area.
All right, just lean up against my back, would you? Just real
Yeah.
cut, like just real nice. Lean up right against it.
Yep.
All
Just
right.
turn it around. Oh, that feels good.
Right there. All right.
Can I join? I'm really cold.
Yeah. Hey, three's a crowd. You know. Come on over.
I think you meant to say three's a pleasure, because three's a crowd means you wouldn't want her over.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Come on over.
There was a comment
You're
earlier.
still standing over there, so if you want to come over here, you're welcome to it.
Oh, you guys should come over here, man. You already came over here. You're back to
I
back.
just kind of turn around and lean against them like, oh, so cold.
Fine. Let's make it 4.
And you all cuddle up. And who goes to sleep?
I do.
1.
I hate all of you. Good night.
I passed the F out.
Passed out.
I fall asleep too.
Everyone goes to sleep.
Where's
Let's-
that?
After some time, you guys are able to at least roll a hit die. If you want to roll some hit die stuff, you
Yes,
you're gonna
please.
get a short rest, which means that if you've lost HP, you can use. You have 2 hit die now because you're level 2, so you can click the part of your sheet that says hit dice and roll that, and that's how much HP you get back from taking like a short rest.
Where do you want us to roll again? I'm sorry.
The hit
Do
dice.
you need to regain HP?
Yeah. I got
So
knocked
that's
in the head
literally
twice.
hit dice. It's the thing that you rolled earlier on when you got your HP boost, when you got your level 2 HP.
Oh, the hit die. Sorry.
Yeah.
And do
I
we?
do
Can,
two of them.
can we roll it
Weird-
twice?
Weird name. You can roll it twice if you want.
I need to, man. Especially with
So does
that.
that give us a okay?
9.
Nice. Have that.
There we go.
It's basically the way to regain HP when you're taking a rest. If you get a long rest, you'll get everything back. You get half your hit die back, but you also get like all of your spells, all of your HP back. But you've had a short rest because it's been less than 8 hours since you fell asleep, but you don't know exactly how long because you were all asleep. So you also get. Does any of you get spells back? I don't think so. It's just.
I don't know if I do or not. I don't think I do on short rests.
Yeah, I think it's just warlocks. So you'll get no spells, but you've still got all of your cantrips, and you'll have a little bit more HP. Yeah, after a little while, there's like a bang on this door, and then you hear somebody shout sort of through like there's a tiny little like keyhole. Stay away from the door. And
We're not by the door.
and in walks Captain Talbus himself. He walks over to you. Behind him there are some guards, but I
Miriam.
in.
George, I didn't need it.
Miriam, wake up. This this guy, the important guy's here.
Poo Poo Cakes is here too.
Oh God. Poo Poo, wake up.
Purple cakes, wake up. Wake up.
I'm gonna give him a good old shove to wake him up.
No, like, what's that?
He walks in and says, "So, do you want to explain what happened at the Lipsonspil West Outpost?"
I can totally explain it to you, but are you going to believe me?
We'll see.
Well, can you cut these off? Can I take this blindfold off yet?
Yes.
Well, can you help me?
No.
All right.
I absolutely love this guy. Like fully in character. I love him.
So
Can somebody come cut these real quick? Oh wait, we don't have any knives.
none of us have anything. So let me understand.
Let him explain. Let him explain.
So we were in our world with Miriam and Poo Poo Cakes. We all kind of.
You are from the side of Kalos, though you are not from Kalos.
No, we're not from Kalos. I'm not from Kalos. Clutch, you're from. Oh, where are you from again?
I'm definitely not from Kalos. I don't do that.
You are all from the world known as Terrene.
Yeah, what Tureen?
Well, two of us are from Terrene.
Oh, Poo Poo Cakes and Miriam here. They're from here.
They're one of you. You can't hurt one of that. They're one of these are yours.
These are not gnomes of Lipston Sparrow.
Well, I mean,
that's
you're
This
from
is a
this world.
halfling and this is a satyr.
Yeah, but I mean,
Halfling, gnome. They're just. I mean, both of them. You guys both are cute. You know, you're little. No. Oh. What I meant to say was that both of you are so powerful. They're powerful. They're powerful things. You guys are powerful beings, and you're on the same.
Silence! Who is the leader here? You? And he looks at Chaplin.
I look at the others. What your guys' opinion?
Yeah. That's our leader.
Yeah.
You are military?
No, I was a sailor. I worked trade routes. Somewhat of a navy. I understand it.
How did you come to be here?
Well, I was warped into a weird land that had a dying giant, and I met these fellows, and we all fell through space into a river back to my world. We were attacked by small lizard creatures that killed me, and so on and so forth. I'm alive somehow by defeating a demon. I don't even know what happened. But
Yeah, it was a demon.
Yeah,
It
demon.
was in a lamp that I got, and long story short, we came here from Terrene through a ability that only four of us together can do, and
Command the shadows? Or you create them?
no, we're trying to figure out how to stop the shadows. We're trying to figure out how to make everything right again.
You are able to stop the shadows?
We're learning. We've only known each other like 3 days.
You seal them or you can dispel them?
We're unsure yet.
Probably neither as it stands right now.
We actually heard word that your elders sealed them, and we wanted to talk to them about.
Who told you this?
Sup, son?
Give me a persuasion check.
Come on. Get him.
There we go.
Yes.
So you were with Subson.
Sup, son? Fairhair Kev, and even Pipslop.
You are so the leader, man.
Piplops, I'm sorry. He was the doctor in town. He said he worships Saloon like I do.
And what happened to them? I do not understand. The entire area has been decimated.
As far as I can understand, everyone was hesitant about taking us back to the fort, but we ran into Subsun outside where Clutch here was getting attacked by, I guess you call them blink dogs, but they've gone bad. Their eyes kept turning golden red.
It was horrible.
We defeated them, and then we hunted some boars with Subsun. And we had bacon because bacon is in both of our worlds. We found that out.
Bacon's good.
Bacon's good.
We really like bacon.
So they put us up in the barracks, and everyone was kind of finicky about what was going on with us because they told us about the knights that came into town, and which we were very disheartened to hear that because from Clutch and I, from hearing that from our world, that makes us worried.
Yeah.
But
give me a persuasion check.
Kill it. Yes.
Okay. Okay. And then, but as far as I know, something tried to forcibly make me go to sleep. And I was resisting until it overpowered me to become unconscious. We all woke up outside the West Fort, and that's when we saw the man in armor with purple blotches, and he was. I don't even know. I don't even know how to describe him. He was just the evil incarnate. But then he said he was after us, and he blew up the West Fort, and then he sent that golem after us.
So he spared you, but killed my men.
I have no idea. I don't know who
Then
that man
sent that
is.
golem after you.
We don't know why, and I think he wanted us to suffer by sending us a golem. See, an explosion, when it happens, if you're in an explosion, it's quick. Bada bang, bada boom. Your friends felt nothing.
Give me a persuasion check. Actually, you need to give me a deception check because you have no idea whether they felt nothing.
Oh, great deception. Nah, it's good. Oh, this is gonna be horrible. They felt nothing.
What do you know of magic?
I have I played fireworks. I've played with fireworks my whole life, and I've been in an explosion. And when I got my arm burned off a little bit, it hurt real bad, but it happened so fast that my arm was already burnt by the time I felt the pain. So I'm just thinking, when you're wrapped in an entire explosion, that it's gonna be. I'm gonna stop talking now.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop.
It's a good idea.
I just have to say, back in Turin, we don't have magic, so I'm even wary of my abilities.
We know of the world of Turin. We have one of your kind here in the dungeons.
What?
A soldier known as Naret. You know of him?
Do I know of him?
Do we know of him?
I have no idea who that is. I'm from.
Persuasion check.
Well, we have learned many things. We know that the shadows open and that things come through. Also, things have been happening in Lipsonspur that cannot be explained. Bad things, evil things, but nothing on a scale quite as disastrous as this. And you understand, I show up and find you there, the only survivors, spared by this sorcerer, this person.
I don't know what to say. I don't know who the sorcerer is. As far as I know, we were going to actually talk to you to get access to Lippenstein.
Yeah, we originally wanted to help you.
Give me a persuasion check.
Who, me and John, or?
No, just him.
Okay, good.
Savage.
The guy who says he isn't going to talk just keeps talking.
I don't know how you would be able to help unless you truly can disperse of the shadow.
The only thing I know of is that the crystals that we got.
The crystals?
Apparently, the crystals that bind the two worlds together are broken, and we're trying to fix them.
These are in your packs.
Yep.
They are powerful. They are able to disperse of the shadows.
They're only useful to us. They only work when we use them. Not anyone can use them. We've been chosen.
Talbot looks back at this man and gives a nod. This man leaves.
Oh no.
He turns back to each of you and says,
You can use them or any magic wielder.
Only us can use them. As far as we know, if we're all touching them, all four of us here.
But it does take a while, so we wouldn't exactly be able to demonstrate it. Right away.
and there's also some very magical things we need to say for it to happen. So it's not going to work if you guys try and use it.
But as far as we can do, we can just go back to Turin and back to here. So even if we demonstrated anything, we would disappear, and we would be back to not knowing anything about what we needed to about these rifts. And this is the strongest lead we've had, and that's why we need to talk to your elders.
The elders are unavailable right now. They are in a commune of sorts. They are not to be disturbed. I will speak with them, and then we will see.
Here's the deal. You go speak to them, tell him we're here and what's going on, and then come back to us what they say, because we could tell you every day. I told you everything that we need to know, but honestly, like...
Also, you think we could have some water? Maybe some food?
Yes, I will arrange for it. Now, I have business to attend, and I must report to my superiors. Do not make any trouble.
We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, we're not making trouble.
No, we're clearly not going anywhere.
He heads over to this table and looks at the rock and picks it up.
How did you come by this?
Is it still lit up?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I was like,
Wait,
I just put light into
no!
it. That's all I did was put light into it. It's something that happened ever since a month ago.
Okay. So you are able to cast some magic then.
That's the only thing I know how to do.
We will take this one.
And the other guard steps forward and ushers you over.
Come with us.
He takes this stone too.
All right.
Wait, you're taking... They're taking
Chaplain.
Can you maybe undo us before you go?
No.
And he heads out. They each head out. Chaplain, you are placed not there, but in another cell with another person. I don't know if you can see it, John, for the stream, and I apologize if you can. I think I can do this for just a little while. No, I can't. Sometimes I can give power to other people.
Do you want my character just to go over there for now, just to see both scenes?
I will put a copy of Clutch in there, yeah.
Cool.
You guys are left behind, and as they go out, they lock the door. They take you, Chaplain, down the corridor. You do like a left and then an immediate door on your right. They open up and they push you inside, and they say,
"This cell is magic proof. Your magics will not work in here.
Jesus.
You will have to remain in here. There is another of your kind, but he is..."
That's fine, but can you just go report to your elders and get back to me?
And they head out. They lock the door, and they leave you in here with pretty so this guy in here looks worn out. He looks pretty skinny, a little bit malnourished. He looks dirty. He looks like he's been in here for a little while, not like forever, like maybe a week or two. He has a sword in his icon, but he doesn't actually have a sword. He's just sort of sat in his rags. He's got like a patch on him that is like the Kelos symbol, as if he's like one of the military. As they throw you in, he sort of looks up, and for a moment his eyes kind of glazed over, and then he looks and double takes and recognizes you're a human.
Yeah, I'm a human.
So
you're a human too.
You came through the shadow?
I did not come through the shadow, but I heard you guys came through the shadow and kind of fucked everything up for us.
Yes, it's true. I can't say that it was a pretty sight. It wasn't our fault. Our orders were simply to explore the Shadowland.
Yep, and then now there you have reports from the other gnomes that we hear is that Kalos is going to come back and take magic and use it, which if we go through that stupid 100-year war again, I am going to end all of you.
I understand. My comrades were a little rash as they departed. They left me here behind. I think some sort of deterrent or bargaining chip, but they suffered many losses. Many of my brothers fell.
So why are you in the cell? You said magic won't work in here. Why are you in here?
I know not. I think they aren't sure, and they don't trust me.
I mean, Turin doesn't have any magic.
No, I had never seen anything like it until we arrived. First thing I saw shard of ice created. It flew straight towards one of my brothers and pierced his throat.
Yeah. It's a powerful item. But it can get misused though. And that's what upsets me about this whole thing is hearing that. Is if Kelios is gonna do something like that, there's no way I'm gonna let that happen.
So how did you come to be here? Are you alone?
No, I have companions, but not all of them are human. Only one of them's human with me.
And you're trapped here now. They captured you?
They did capture us. We got chased by what I guess it's called a golem. It's a giant stone creature that it took a long time to fight.
This place, it's like a nightmare that I can't wake from. Every day something more strange happens.
I've seen a lot of strange in the past 3 days. That's but I mean, we're just gonna have to adapt to the situation. You might be stuck here for a long time.
I understand. I've given up all hope that my brothers will be able to come back. They sealed that shadow.
If they sealed it, I don't think there's any hope for your friends to come back.
Well, if you're here, then there's hope. Maybe Kalos can come back and invade. There weren't that many people. Or gnomes.
I'm not gonna let them invade.
You think you can stop the king? He's already gone mad over these lizard folk that came through.
Yeah, but you have to understand, I mean, how powerful magic is. I mean, these creatures breathe it. They know how to wield it. You think Tareen has anything to defend against such things?
They are small.
Yeah, but one of my companions, small, and I watch her hold off a golem for at least 5 minutes, and those things are huge and made of stone. She's one of the strongest people I know.
Well, it seems to me if we strike out in numbers and force, our military tactics must be much smarter than these small, tiny little people. I could crush them under my foot.
I'm gonna punch him in the face.
All right. You just need to roll to hit. You're proficient with your arms, so you need to d20 plus strength plus proficiency too.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, you like swing at him and he just moves out of the way. He looks pretty slow and pretty malnourished, but not that much. He's still like a military trained man. He strikes back at you and he's going to hit you. Well, actually,
I don't have any armor right now.
Damage. Yeah, what is your AC? I mean, this is hit.
Basic dex and 10.
Jeez.
10. Yeah, I mean, this was going to hit you anyway. It was a 19. He just hits you square in the face. It's 4 damage. What are you doing, man?
Okay.
We have to stick together against these crazy creatures.
I don't appreciate you just talking about annihilating these people.
Well, they'll come through. They have a direct route to Charon. They could just walk straight through that shadow, and with these creatures that you've seen, the golems, the ice magic that they wield.
Why are they going to attack us?
Offense is the best defense.
Why?
Strike out, we can take them.
What? There's no point. You're just progressing. You're just taking the 100-Year War just to another planet.
Well, they started it.
You started it by coming into their city, and then everyone freaking out. I
The
bet
shadows have been opening up all over Charon.
those people are used a lot of diplomacy.
These shadows, they've appeared. The first one we've seen
Everywhere.
appeared outside of Pyre.
Everywhere. It's just not here. It's just not there. It's not an invasion. It's the world is breaking. And
Give me a
you,
persuasion check. But you're loving these persuasion checks today.
I am so glad I'm trained in it. Ah, fuck it.
Oh no!
Right, it's good. It's good. He kind of calms down and takes a step back. What do you mean? We've seen crazy things. The first information we ever received was from Pyamore that creatures were crossing over and taking the villagers, demons, lizard folk.
Yeah. And then you guys come over here, and you guys are attacking what seemed like a somewhat decent civilization, and then they're having their own problems with creatures of these lands turning against them that have never turned against them before.
Our mission was to stop the threat using whatever force necessary.
What threat? You guys who jumped through a hole, and you guys don't even know if that was the threat. You guys even know if that's what's going on. You guys are just not understanding something and then killing it, which is just ignorant and dumb. Just like Helios.
The truth is we didn't expect these small creatures. We have only seen these monstrous reptilian folk. However, when we crossed over, we found ourselves in a great sprawling marketplace, and the creatures, though not lizard-like, small, almost humans, these gnomes, the thing is, it was immediate chaos, and one of the gnomes attacked our captain and felled him, the ice dagger. We didn't actually strike first, but we did appear out of thin air, as far as they appeared to be concerned.
You know what? I wasn't there. I'm not going to say who attacked first or who tried to defend yourself. But if Helios is making those threats, I know what Helios did in history. They're just going to use it for ill gains.
Spoken like a true coward of his own.
Are you trying to figure out where I live?
Did you not mention it?
I didn't.
Then yeah, he's just trying to figure out where you live.
You can keep trying. It's not going to help. And he couldn't even invade my place even if you tried.
So what would you have us do? Sit back, wait for these people to invade? They killed our entire group within 10 minutes. There were 4 of us.
Yeah. Now you want to say, oh, we're just coming back with a bigger force. They're just going to amass a bigger force, and then we're going to have another war again, which is going to be great. Great for you guys that you're battle-hungry bastards.
At this point, where is my little token? The other guys in the other room, the door opens once more, and Talbus steps in and heads over to each of you. He looks down at Pith and Poo Poo Cakes and says,
So you, too, you are from Faerul, but you've been over there?
Yes.
Yep.
Tell us of it.
Of what?
What is it like?
The human world?
What are they planning?
Ooh.
We don't know. We were only there in a village that wasn't planning anything. In fact, they helped us.
True.
In what way?
Well, how to put this? We fell from the sky, from space. And then we landed, we crashed into the ground, and they didn't know who we were, but they were very kind, and I forget the name of the village. I can't remember. Do you remember Pooper Cakes?
I'm not quite sure what it was called, but it's just
It was just a smaller village, and they.
Small village.
As far as I remember, they had no defenses. They didn't have any weapons. They were very peaceful, and they helped us get better, and we were able to rest, and they didn't bear us any ill will when we left. So honestly, I didn't know about any war or any plans to hurt anyone else. I'm just a halfling who likes cooking pies. I miss my family.
Are you?
And I just want to
Right
go
now?
home.
Hey, is she crying?
Right now.
I just want my bed
No.
and my animals.
Hey, remember while we're here, man? Hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Stop.
So, what I'm understanding is some other people that looks like him and our friend in the other room came here, and can you tell me exactly what happened? Can I ask? Am I allowed to ask you questions?
The humans, they appeared in one of our marketplaces right here in the middle of the city, and there was a fight between a group of their forces and eventually ours. They lost the immediate fight, and we managed to capture 4 of them. We spoke to the 4, and we sent 3 back, but we kept 1 back as a bargaining chip, and it's a confusing time. I don't really know. I was not here. However, they don't seem to be telling the truth. For example, he says they cannot cast magic. That the other one, he managed to illuminate a rock.
I think he used his faith for that. I'm pretty sure, to be honest with you. I don't think it was really magic. I can cast magic. I think he's
a cleric.
He's a cleric.
That's what he does.
He like ask the gods or something like that, I think.
I don't want to interject or nothing. I know I've said some stupid stuff, but let me just tell you this. You look at all your gnomes, right? All the gnomes that you've ever met. Have you met some bad gnomes in your time?
Of course.
All right. It's exactly the same as this situation right now. What you're dealing with, the humans that you've had bad interactions with they're not us. We are on your side. We want to help you. We were originally trying to get here to see what you needed help with. Because we can switch between these worlds. We're trying to figure out the void. So get us out of these damn cuffs, and let us help you.
You must understand, the last time your kind were here, they attacked and felled many men. They appeared in the marketplace. There were children. It was chaos, and we have to be sure that you will not do the same.
Then how can we prove it? Because otherwise we're just going to rot in the cell. We're going to get old and die. And I know I've only been here for a night, but I'm getting crazy, man.
For now, I cannot free you. It is up to the elders. I do not have the power.
Yeah, could you tell us how that went?
They are still unavailable.
Do you know when what about water and food?
Yes, it is coming to you.
Thank you.
I was told to come and speak to you more. There is some inconsistencies in what you say and what the others have said to us.
Well, what's your question?
The magic. It may be faith, but it is still something they abided by. They said that they've never seen anything like it whatsoever. They cannot cast magic from their hands, through their minds.
Have you ever seen somebody do that before, what he did?
Of course.
You weren't in here, right?
He's cast a light spell.
I don't think it was a spell, though. I think it was his faith. Have you talked to him about it?
I understand a little myself, but he has the ability to, if it's not a magic and it's a miracle, and still he shouldn't be able to do it. That's the thing.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never in my lifetime, on my human side of things, ever seen anything like that. So what he can do is something special. I don't know what it is. Maybe he picked it up when he came over here. We haven't really talked. We've been together for 3 days, just nonstop fighting, barely sleeping, getting broken, bruised, and battered. And we need a break for a second, but we want to help you. So you got to trust.
Is it not possible that your man is lying to you? That you have a mole?
Wait, what do you mean a mole?
Well, he says that a sorcerer, a magic caster appears and casts a great column of devastating explosive light, killing my men.
We were there.
Yes.
Why wouldn't we believe him?
The thing is, he also claims to be a creature which cannot cast magic, yet he has access to it.
I think he was just telling you that so you didn't think it was him blowing up your friends.
Of course.
But, I mean...
I'm confused on what it is that... It's kind of what my friend Clutch here said. What is it exactly that you want us to do to prove anything to you?
Yeah.
You haven't done anything for us yet. I mean, maybe the elders have to figure that out, but what other questions do you have for us until we can actually speak to the elders?
I simply wanted to know why that human could cast magic, and if you truly do not know, then maybe you should ask yourselves. I'm afraid I cannot release you yet.
Mm-hmm.
Then bring me in there with him. Let me talk to him.
I agree with what you are saying. It seems to me that what you are saying is true, and I believe you, and I will do my best to do my part to get you free. I think you could be an asset. I think the shadows themselves are very dangerous. But you have to understand, I am not a high-up military officer. I'm just in charge of a single outpost. I barely spend any time in Lipsonspur with my own family.
Sorry to hear that.
All right, then send me. I know. Just then bring me in there with him. What's that gonna hurt? Let me talk to him. I'll talk to him. I'll just, talk like a normal day of talking. I can find out the questions you want answered.
I'm afraid it is not my call, though I will, again, speak to my superiors.
All right.
I will send for food for you, and I'm sure the elders will want to speak to you immediately.
Do you think it's possible we could have a candle or something? Just something to see. It's very dark in here.
Yeah, because I'm
Cannot see.
Yes, just we had one of the reasons we had the rock with the light was because I'm not a big fan of the dark, and I would really just like to see. That's
I
all.
had no idea that halflings could not see in the dark. I will arrange
I
for a
cannot
torch.
see. No, I can't. I'm not.
And
a
you
magical-
cannot see either, human?
what?
You cannot see in the dark.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I've been looking in your general direction and just talking.
We have no idea what really even,
You did a good job. You've been looking at him the entire time.
Have I really? I feel like he's in this general direction, and I know I thought he was moving at one point in time, but I didn't want to say nothing.
I was wondering why your eyes were shaking so much.
Yeah,
I
man.
will arrange for light and food to be brought to you.
Oh,
And
Thank you.
thank you, Cat. What's his name?
Opens the door, closes it, and then a lock.
Help us, by the way.
Keys.
Captain.
Literally written on.
Captain. No, I know his name. God damn, Brent. Come on.
Chaplain, you hear your door open, and in walks Talbus, and he says,
So, do you need light in this room?
I don't see any light, no.
You can see?
I can see in the dark.
How many fingers am I holding up?
4.
Narette, you have been sat here in the dark for almost 2 weeks. Why you never told us your kind cannot see in the dark? How many fingers am I holding up?
Narette just looks around. I have no idea. I simply thought it was part of the torture.
You are not here to be tortured, but you are neither a welcome guest. You are simply being kept here. I will arrange for a torch for this room too, and some food. You do eat food?
He looks at Chaplain.
I'm human. I guess I eat food.
Yes, human.
And he heads up to the door
The hell is that supposed to mean?
and heads out again. So we'll go to our last break, but over the course of the next couple of hours, you're left down in your respective cells. The guards bring some food for everyone. They bring torches to both the rooms, and but there's no word on the elders and stuff. For now, it looks like you are just stuck in the dungeons of Lipsenspiel.
Damn it!
So,
Damn it!
if one of you was a rogue, there might be some hope here.
I told you we shouldn't have went.
I know.
Nobody
This is,
played a rogue. Personally, I'm really happy because I fucking hate rogues.
Rogues, just get out of it. Everything you set up. All right, we'll be back in 5 minutes to find out for our last hour. To find out what goes down. We'll be right back. We love you. for the last hour of Fractured Worlds. I don't know why I always want to like towel boy hype like right when we come back, but then I'm like, oh shit, we're trapped in like a dungeon like right now. Like we should not be excited. There's
Dude,
nothing.
it's lit. It's lit. It's literally
It's lit. All right, back to character. Oh man, like.
Oh.
Oh man.
All right, so you guys are back in character and you're trapped in a dungeon.
See?
After like several hours of being left kind of mostly alone, like every now and then like a little guard will come in and just check that like nothing is amiss and like what's going on, but they don't really question you or anything. You eventually crap, I've forgotten his name as well now. Captain Talbus comes in and with a couple of men and says,
okay, it's time to go. We're going to be going to see the elders now.
and he grabs the three that are together and leads you out. Then as he's walking past the door, which is on the right down this like dark, dank corridor, there's another door and can you three give me perception checks while he unlocks the door, which has Narette and Chaplin in it?
Perception.
I'm not going to run you guys around this map because it's
Huge.
pointless. It's huge and it's pointless to walk you all around. I can't be bothered. I'm sorry. But he's walking you down it's a dungeon. They all look the same. As like he's unlocking this door, John, you can hear from the door behind you like a weird scratching sound on the door. There's like a door on the corridor ahead of you. Actually, I will show you on the map because I probably have no idea what I'm talking about here. Just to drag you guys out. You are led down this corridor, and you guys end up like here. And Chaplin is in this room. However, on this door, while you're waiting, you're still bound, each of you, and there's a couple of guards about, but there's like a weird like scratching sound coming from the back of this door. It sounds really weird and really animalistic, like long claws on a door.
Can I do an investigation check?
You don't know that it's happening. Only sort of Clutch sort of picks it up. For some reason, you're distracted from it.
Stupid Clutch.
I mean, John, if you're super interested, you can do an investigation.
Yeah, I'd love to investigate it. That'd be awesome. That's a great idea, my friend. Let's do it.
You're too happy to do things. I've never known anyone like it. Like, do you want to click a button, John? That's all I want to do. Best thing that's ever happened to me in my life. I'm such the opposite. I'm such a horrible little grumpy old man. So as like you sort of hear this scratching and you're trying to investigate like what's going on, you maybe wander a little bit over. One of the guards keeps an eye on you. When you get a little bit closer and you start to look, there's like a little hole like where they poke like food through and stuff, like a little tiny little minuscule little hole, and you can see a pair of little eyes peering out at you, little sort of gold-rimmed green eyes.
Hey, what's up?
You there. You
Yeah.
must kill them. Kill all of the guards. It's a trap.
Wait. What are you? What happened? Wait, what do you mean this is a trap?
It's a terrible trap. The city is corrupt.
Wait, this city's corrupt? From what?
And at this point, one of the guards like yanks you back away from the door.
You must be careful, this one.
And then he closes the little hole with the little eyes.
Wait,
peering
who is that? Who is that? I'm asking the guard.
She's a dark witch and evil necromancer. You don't want to go near her.
Okay, all right.
He drags you back, and Chaplin, you're pulled out of the room as well. Though with Chaplin, they seem to bind him a lot tighter. They make sure that his arms are bound, and then they also bind his legs with like shackles. And they keep they like put like things around your hands, these like weird like leather straps to keep your hands and fingers like splayed. they just look like completely untrusting of you, but they don't really do it. The rest of you just have the simple ropes around your wrists, and they lead you guys like out. You kind of end up. I don't know if you can follow this. You might have to drag along and follow. As you're like dragged up here.
It's completely black for me.
It's completely black, like even over here.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's because I'm moving you fast. You're like dragged out through this like big corridor. You're taken upstairs, and you're taken.
Jesus, dude, this is awesome.
An area where there is like lots of tables and guards and stuff. This is actually like well lit. There's like all these various weapon racks and things like that. There's a couple of guards, a couple of tables. There's an area over here with some stuff. On this table here, you'll see some of your weapons. The quarterstaff, terror thorn, the warhammer, and your longbow clutch, as well as your like secondary stuff. And they lead you up some stairs and then out into Lipsenspill, which is a huge sprawling city. So outside there is this is what Lipsenspill looks
Oh my god. Oh my
big sprawling capital city. You're actually over here in the dungeons, and you're taken through down each of these places.
Look at this place.
Dang.
Talbus is like walking you through. I probably put too much effort into this map. I find it quite therapeutic to just set up D&D. By the way, I just chuck on some music and just like chill out and just draw these like little
This
maps.
map is insane, dude. Look
It's
how
like the only time in the week where I like chill the fuck out. So it's nice to put, and then I end up just putting too much effort into like little maps. And shit.
holy crap.
What do we have here?
There is no such thing as too much effort.
There's kind of not.
Damn,
No.
Skippy.
And you're taken out into like Lipsenspill, this place. Why is it evil? Why is it evil? It's not evil in Lipsenspill. Lipsenspill's all right. They're mostly just a big village. It's really similar to everywhere that you guys will have been brought up. Probably not poo-poo cakes, but just like a medieval town, except that everybody here is like 1-2 foot tall, walking around.
They're all so cute, man.
You're taken through this government quarter, and then you're brought out through this like residential area, and then taken up into some trees. And then there's trees above you. There's tree houses like the ones that you saw in the outpost. There's just houses upon houses built into the trees, on the sides of trees, going up into them and stuff like that, as well as lots of like smaller houses on the ground and stuff like that.
Brad, when we left the room with all our stuff in it, was our inventory there too, like the crystals and stuff like that?
Well, you didn't see it.
Okay, didn't see it. All right, thank you.
But it's presumably there as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Roll20's been a bit weird today. Did the music just start for you?
Yeah, it just started.
Yeah.
I can hear it.
All right. Well, yeah, so you're led through this like whole area. A lot of the people in the government quarter, as you're walking around, regard you really warily. There's a lot more guards around and stuff like that, and they seem to be like well dressed in like nice little gnomish robes and stuff. Like, as you're taken into like the residential area, everybody just seems like they're in like more common looking clothes. They're walking around. They're sort of kept away from you. A few of the guards keep you away. Some people are looking at you like with interest. Some people are looking at you with like disdain. A couple of weird
How are you?
are thrown at you and stuff like that, but it's all in like gnomish. People are muttering and speaking to themselves as you're taken through the streets. Again, you're only in your sort of common clothes, or if you don't wear clothes like a satyr, you've probably just got your skin, and you're led through the streets. You look very much sort of like criminals, but at the same time there isn't a huge heavy guard on you or anything like that.
I feel like Hannibal Lecter back here, just with everything that's going on with me, just like trying to keep up with everyone.
Yeah, and you're like a lot more heavily shackled than the others, and you're like led upwards into the trees eventually. And as you come up to the tallest, biggest looking tree in the area, there's like a slightly walled off area with like tiny little houses all around the edge, and inside there's like resplendent looking maybe castle, like a palace, and there's like some much more well-built buildings inside this kind of area. Talbus introduces the area as the Citadel, and it's where all of the elders and the king reside. And they lead you up to the front. There's a separate gate, and they take you through the gate and into the Citadel itself. They take you past like the most glorious looking building in the city, which is a palace. It literally looks like a very small king's palace. And then they take you into some bigger buildings on the side, and lead you up a set of stairs. And as they lead you up to the large set of doors in front of you, Talbot turns and says, "We will be taking you to the elders now. They are very old and very wise. I would suggest not to make any sudden movements, regardless of how powerful youth are." And he kind of looks up at Chaplin. "I assure you they are more powerful than you can imagine."
It doesn't look like I'm going to be doing much up there since you guys bounded me through day's end.
Yes, quite. So, please try to be respectful. I'm sure they will show you respect if you show them respect. And, well, I guess good luck in there. I am to remain here. And he sort of nudges the guards, and they lead you up and into a sort of like a throne room kind of looking place. Boom, in here. You're taken into here. There are some guards in like heavy like armor and shit like that. And ahead of you on like 3 very big chairs, like much bigger than they are, very comfortable looking chairs. DX racers themselves. There's these 3 elders sat ahead of you. They look like the following in a second. As you walk in, the guards state each of your names and races and prod you forward. Again, these guards around you are like super heavily armored. They're the most heavily armored guards you've seen so far. There were maybe a couple of these on like the outside of the door. And the elders have you stand before them. The one in the center, there's an old man on the left with the blue robe. He looks really old and withered. He's barely sort of awake, but his eyes look very keen and knowledgeable. On the right, there's a guy who's kind of got like all these little twigs and stuff attached to his clothes. He's got like some of his bits of his skin kind of look like wooden, like bark. He's got a very long, twisty beard, again, with little leaves in it and stuff like that. And he's got a hat which has got like various little flowers and leaves and bits of nature all over him. He's got a little staff. It's like a curled piece of wood. And in the center, there's probably the younger looking of them all, though still a fairly old woman. There's a woman, a gnome, who immediately captures your attention. She's got like these eyes which don't have like irises and a pupil for a moment. They just look completely white, and then as you kind of blink, it's like, oh, they've come back. Every now and then it looks almost as if her eyes kind of glaze fully white, and every time she does it while she's looking at you, you feel like she's looking into you, like she can read your soul. There's like a tingling, your hair maybe stands on end a little bit. The guards introduce these 3 as Elder Ellipsis, Elder Diana, and Elder Ferntrim, and they look like this. You'll have to click.
Oh, damn.
They click to make big, click to make big. This is the 3 of them. They're fucking old but cool looking, and you're stood before them. The woman in the center, Elder Diana, I don't know why their names are not on screen.
So cool.
She says, so you have been brought forth. And the other 2 say, yes, you 4 are from the other side.
No.
No, that's not true.
No.
Those two are from here. They're from this world. I keep forgetting the name. And then me and Clutch are from Turin.
And Deanna says, you there, step forward. But then you realize that, like, their mouths aren't moving. Every time they speak to you, they're speaking just into your mind.
Who's
And,
it?
she nods at Clutch.
I step forward.
Close. Come closer. The guards kind of warily watch you. Do you step all the way up? She literally holds out a hand like this.
Yeah, I step up.
So as Clutch approaches, she takes your hand and her eyes 100% turn white. You feel this immense power from her, and you feel all of your skin start to tingle, the hairs stand up on end, and it feels like she's looking into your soul. You start to feel very nostalgic. You start to feel very childlike, and then you feel like a little bit rebellious for a while, and then you feel a little bit sad, and then you feel strong, and then you feel like everything's returning to normal, and it passes. An odd set of emotions pass through you, and she has you stand back and turn. Again, it's just speaking into your mind. And you, Sata, will you come forth?
Okay. Right in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me an Arcana check.
Arcana?
Yeah. She takes your hand and starts to the same sort of thing. You get a feeling like she's sort of feeling into your mind, into your soul, into your very being. You can feel this like static, like electricity across your skin. This power, this immense power. As you kind of try and work it out, you're a wizard, so you're kind of trying to work out what's going on. You're like, what is this? Is this some sort of spell? Is something weird happening? Something amiss? It's very difficult to work out. It's certainly some sort of magic, but it's not anything at all that you've encountered. It is way beyond your level. And once she's finished with you, her eyes turn white again, and in her mind, she tells you, step back. Sounds a little bit like your own mother when she tells you to step back. It's strange.
That's weird.
It's almost like you're reminded a little bit of your own mother telling you off. And she looks to Pith. You there, halfling. Step forward.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Pith heads up. She grabs onto Pith's hand, and you feel this electricity, this sort of static electricity. It's not like a painful thing, but it's just like an immense level of power. You feel your skin tingle, your hairs on the ends of your hands begin to feel very strange, and then she lets go. Fools! And then she looks to each of the guards in the room and says out loud, unhand her. She is practically royalty. This is the daughter of Sir Quinlan. And the guards rush over and they unbind your bindings.
Wait,
and step back.
What?
you just said royalty? You're royalty?
She is not royalty. She's practically royalty. You be silent now. I'm very sorry. Afraid we had no idea that you were being kept down in the dungeons. If we had known, I'm sure you would have been brought straight to us.
Can you maybe tell us a little bit? Anybody?
I'm
Anybody?
I think there's been a misunderstanding.
No one?
I'm not royalty.
No, you're not.
I'm not even related to royalty.
You are certainly of a noble standing here in Lipsonspear, of course, for what your father did for us.
My father? You knew my father?
Of course, Sir Quinlan. It is no surprise that you would come here so soon after he leaves.
My father's alive?
Yes, I'm sorry. You did not know?
I didn't even know he was alive.
Yes, he's quite alive. If it was not for him, then Lipsenspear may indeed have suffered tremendous losses recently.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. I've only ever been in Barrow's Bottom with my mother. She's a blacksmith. Yeah. And then I kind of slowly just sort of sink into the ground like, what is going on right
Your
now?
hand again, please. I will find out for myself. And she takes your hand again, this tingling sensation, and you're given this sort of feeling like you're like being felt out kind of thing, like somebody's inside your mind, your memories, scoping you out. And after a little while, the feeling passes and she lets go and says, "So, you have not seen your father in some time, if ever?"
No.
Well, I can tell you he is a great hero to our people. It was us that knighted him as Sir of Lipsenspear. He is a brave and strong halfling, if you can call him a halfling, a half-halfling.
What?
Sorry? He's not
Come again?
he's not a halfling?
Unfortunately, we do not have time to discuss these things now. Perhaps later.
Well, where was he going? Why was he here?
I'm afraid
Did
I do
he
not
ever?
know.
Did he ever say he has a family? Does he know? Does he know about us?
He did not mention you by word, but I did. I felt into his mind, and he's aware, at least, of you. I know he thinks fondly of you and your mother, but I do not know why he would not have stayed, or any of these things. I did not probe that. It is not what I do. I'm afraid we have much more pressing matters to attend. And she looks up beyond you at Chaplin. You, please step forward.
I should take a step forward.
As he's like walking forward, she like looks at Pith and says, "This man, you travel with him?" And Pith says nothing.
Miriam.
What?
Miriam.
Oh,
You
She's
know,
talking
She's
to you.
talking to you, Miriam.
you trust this man?
with my life.
Okay.
Wow.
And she looks at the other two elders who are just kind of sitting there quietly, but they give her like a nod, and she holds out her hand and takes Chaplin's. Same thing. She starts to like sort of feel out what's going on. It feels very strange, like there's somebody like feeling about inside your mind a little bit.
Can I do an arcana?
Yeah, you can.
Jesus.
Uh,
Oh god, dude.
not too. I mean, you don't know
Not today.
Not too
Not
much
today.
about
You can't do an arcana.
Not today.
in general. So like trying to sort of work out like what's going on exactly is very, very difficult for you. So she's obviously just doing something that's kind of scoping you out. And after a moment, she lets go of the hand. Unbind him, please. And the guard steps in and unbinds you.
I would've-
Unbind them all.
Oh.
And they step over and cut you free of your bonds.
Oh my.
Oh,
Thank
I
you.
see.
And she like has you each sort of step back, and she looks at Chaplin and says, like you sort of hear in your mind, but the other two don't hear the following thing, which was I will send to you in Zoom while I multitask.
Wait. So there's something we don't hear?
Yeah.
Man, so chat doesn't know either.
So she says something indirectly into Chaplin's mind for a moment, and then looks again to Chaplin and says, "But we will discuss it later. I'm sure there will be time to discuss with each of you what it is that you want answers. Unfortunately, for now, we are the ones who need answers from you about the humans."
And she looks at Clutch and at Chaplin.
Do you believe the humans will invade Lipsonspill?
It's possible. The Kingdom of Kelios is sort of tyrannical, if that's a word over here.
Of course. Yes, we have had tyrants even here in Lipsonspill.
They're not. We just got out of a 100-year war, and they're the ones who were progressing the most until whatever the case. I don't really remember. My history's kind of rough on that, but but talking to the man I was guarded with, they're just terrible people, just war hungry.
Yeah, very war hungry.
That's not everyone.
The elder on the right, Ferntram, he looks over each of you and settles sort of on poo-poo cakes and says,
Do you know what it is which is corrupting the forest?
I'm going to be honest with you. I was sitting around, not really doing anything, and I didn't see any corruption. Next thing I know, I was around these guys. And that's literally just kind of how it went for me. So my answers on corruption is, yes, there's obviously corruption everywhere. But I didn't get to see much about everything that started happening. I was just sleeping and I woke up and then this, basically. I'm here after 3 days with these strangers that I met.
Yeah.
And it's been so much fun, as you can tell.
It seems a darkness is spreading across the forest. Someone has been attacking us. It is what, no doubt, destroyed the outpost and sent the golem after you. You have met him? Dealt with him once?
The golem?
No. The adversary.
I think that we've only seen him one time, I'm pretty sure. At least I haven't. Have you guys seen him anymore?
That's the only time I've seen him.
Nah.
I don't even really know if we saw him.
Yeah,
At
it's
least
just
I
like
didn't.
I do a lot more hearing than seeing.
Yeah, it was like a feeling kind of thing, and then an explosion, and he
I mean, beforehand, he got in my head and tried to told me that I was strong if I was resisting his magic, and then he made his magic stronger and made me pass out. But that was like seconds before.
yeah, that's literally all we know.
the one on the left, Ellipsis, pulls from his robe the two pieces of the crystal and like places them on like either side of his chair and says,
Yes, his power is greater than all three of ours combined. We have amongst us over 1,000 years of knowledge, and yet somehow he is more powerful than we are. It is not something we have encountered since we met the elves. These crystals, they seem to be inert. They have no power, yet you claim that they are able to help seal rifts and stop the end of the worlds and then transport you to the other side. How can this be?
We could show you.
Yeah, we can. I mean, if you want us to show you, we can show you, but there's a chance we might not come back.
Might leave in the process, but it does take a while to
It's about a 10-minute.
charge up, if you will.
Do you want
It's
us?
around 10 minutes, and yeah.
Do you want us to show you?
And you're sure you can return?
Oh yeah. No. Yes. Yeah, we will for sure. Hey,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we're
hey, trust me on this. Yeah, we'll be back. We'll return. No problem. Absolutely.
We hope.
We would be very interested to see how it works, but we feel that we would need your help in dealing with what is happening. It seems that you, if what you say is true, are the only ones who are able to stop what is happening to Lipsonspill, possibly your world and ours.
That was kind of our hope, and that's kind of why we wanted to come here, because we kind of wanted to know maybe about, the little rift that you guys sealed.
Yes. Well, it is not fixed. And like ellipsis on the left, sort of. He looks to you and says, "You are a wizard. You are a magic wielder."
Not right now. My book was taken.
Yes, your belongings will certainly be returned to you. And he nods at one of the guards who heads on out.
I say thank you by pulling off my hood and showing the bumps on my head.
He says, we have not healed the rift. We have simply cast a sort of protective ward around it, sealing any non-magic users from being able to pass through. So far, it has worked very well on the humans. He looks at Clutch, and we still fear, of course, that they will find a way through. They have promised war against us, and we aren't sure what to do. We fear opening the rift and sending any through to infiltrate, to spy, to find any information out could start this war.
This is perfect. This is perfect. We can go over there without opening the rift at all and find out everything you need to know, and then we'll come back and save the world.
But my problem with all this is that, is there any way we can take the crystals and actually go see this rift and see if we can... We've ran into one rift before, but we just got the crystals and we haven't been able to figure out how to actually seal.
Would you take us to the rift?
You think you can heal the rift and close it for good, permanently?
We can give it a gosh darn good shot.
It's worth a shot.
The last time we ran into this, skeletons started coming out and attacking us. So I think this is a little bit safer environment where we can actually figure it out and actually benefit
You
both
might
of our
want
worlds.
to bring soldiers.
Soldiers?
Good idea.
Or at least someone who can help defend, because we're not entirely sure how it works.
Okay, then we will do this. Please take your crystals back, and he holds them out to each of you.
Can I turn to my group real quick and like whisper something without them hearing, possibly, or no? Too small of quarters.
You can try.
Okay. I'm gonna try and whisper, guys. One of the people in the cell, they might have been a crazy prison person, but they said this place was evil and it's been overrun by evil. I think we need to get out of here.
Evil. That's true. How'd you know?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I think, I'm going to be honest, I think if they were going to do anything, they would have done it by now. I mean, these guys are old and they've been around for a very long time. I think they trust us right now.
All right, I'm just
Especially because of you, Miriam, which I have questions about.
Yeah, we got to talk, Miriam. We also, actually...
I have questions.
Yeah, I got questions too for Chaplain. All right. Yeah, we'll go look at that rift.
Deanna, the one in the middle, says, just to Clutch, the person you spoke to was Sharala. She is an evil witch who uses blood necromancy and the skin of children to cast great powerful spells.
Oh.
She would do anything to escape those dungeons. For now, we're not too sure what to do with her, for there is no death penalty in Lipsonspur.
So you heard me.
Ellipsis says, yes, there should be a death penalty for those such as her. And Deanna says, yes, we hear almost everything in Lipsonspur if we choose to. We are the elders. We run this place.
Hey, that's fair enough. I didn't believe the crazy little thing anyway. I was just saying to my friends the thing.
I understand, of course. Come here. And she holds out a hand. Do you take a hand, Clutch? Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
She gives you a flash of an image of this person, this little gnome who's in like this weird bedraggled little dress, and she's got this weird little dagger covered in blood, and she's stood around like 3 or 4 murdered guards. Behind her there's like this weird forming shadow, and her eyes are all red and evil, and she takes her hand away and says, "This is Sharala, just before we were able to subdue her. It's a good job you were not taken in." I must make sure that she is better kept at bay.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for even thinking for a second that, you know. Oh my God. If you guys would have saw what I just saw, it was bad. Like, oh my God,
She
it
is
was.
unfortunately very powerful. Truth be told, if there was not 3 of us, I don't know what would have happened. She is probably as powerful as at least one of us in her own field.
I believe it. I saw. I can't get that out of my head.
Now then, Ellipsis, take them to the shadow and take the elite guard with you.
And Ellipsis slowly steps down, whips out his little quarterstaff, which looks oddly similar to Poo Poo Cakes. Starts moving forward.
Yes, come then, follow me, if you will.
Is there any chance we can get our gear back?
It will be there when we arrive, I'm sure.
All right, and can I grab the crystals before we leave?
Yep.
Great. I got both crystals then for now.
Cool. And you head back out into Lipsonspill. For a tiny little while, they talk with some of the military people outside, and they talk at length with the guards and stuff like that as they start to head out of the citadel. There's like a lot of elite guards with you now, like these more armored gnomes. Every single one of them is like clean shaven. They're like the burliest looking gnomes you've ever seen in your entire life. They've got like resplendent armor. They look kind of like the ones, you know, like King's Landing, kind of those guys, those Kingsguard in their nice armor in Game of Thrones. And they start heading back down. They actually head just outside and down into this area of the East Market. Did I take you to this map? Yes, I did. And there's just like a bustling area of all of these little gnomes running around in the market. It's like the middle of the day. There's all these things. There's people selling like armor and trinkets and little weird like floating things in the air and toys that just look completely crazy.
Do I see any arrows that I could possibly buy?
Give me a perception check.
Oh my
Everybody
God.
give me perception checks. Let's see what you see, just for the lols.
Please. For the lols. Is that an arrow?
So as you're like walking through, Chaplain, you see a really nice looking like necklace which has like a saloon pendant on the edge. The only difference between like this one and your own is that it's like glowing. It looks like a glowing gem, green in color, like jade or something like that. But it's really similar to yours, a little bit bigger. And Poo Poo Cakes walking along. You see like all these scrolls. There's just scrolls and scrolls and scrolls. Like presumably, since you've had some dealings with like books and scrolls and things like that, you probably penciled in a few of your spells into your spellbook from scrolls up until now. These are like magical scrolls. You could potentially like buy these and then copy the spell into your spellbook and then know it permanently. Miriam, you just see a lot of nice looking armor and stuff. Most of it looks even too small for you. Some of it looks like it might actually fit you, and it's just really well made, really like good, strong, not quite like mastercraft amazing armor, but this is like probably better than is on offer in Barrow's Bottom, which is a very sort of peaceful place. It's like, it's never really been a warring place. It's the type of place where the worst thing that attacks is like a boar. Sometimes there's a horrific stampede. But like mostly you don't have like great armor and great weapons and stuff like that. This is probably one of the first times you've seen any really nice stuff in a market that's like military based.
This is pretty good.
And Clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's arrows.
Yeah? There's some arrows?
Yeah.
Can I go talk to the person and buy some? Or do I even need to talk to them, just give them money?
I mean, you can head over to as you got like heading over to like the marketplace. Elder Ellipsis turns around and says, "Oh, what are you doing?"
I just need some real quick arrows. Like I'm down to 4. If there's any skeletons or anything I need to save you from, I'm gonna need you to get these arrows.
And by
Give him
chance, do you have
arrows.
any armor that might fit me?
Oh, did they just say give me arrows?
Yeah.
What about that pendant?
They hand over a quiver of 10 arrows to you.
Yeah, baby, this is a good day.
Look at that shiny pendant. I like that saloon pendant.
I'm afraid this is not a shopping trip.
We'll come back for that.
Important business.
Excuse me, clerk. Can you hang on to that? I want that. I'll come back. I have to do
Like a
something.
little known, like, yeah, I'll sell it to you. How much you want for it? And then, like, Elder Ellipsis is like, you, silence. We will return for your trinkets. And, the little guy's like, oh, it's okay. I'll give you a good discount, yeah? You're Ellipsis' friend, yeah? And like, he's, like, already, like, trying to follow you down the road, and the guards are keeping him at bay. Trying to sell you this pendant. Ellipsis turns.
That's a true merchant.
To Poo Poo Cakes and says, "You want armor?"
Something, like a. I mean, you're a little shorter than me, yes. But I only assume that maybe there'd be something because I have like these weird looking legs that a lot of you think are weird, which I think is fine. And I just, I feel like maybe some sound can make me some.
I've never seen a wizard in armor. And he carries
Well,
on.
I mean, like, you know, like a really light armor, like a super, like maybe like a nice robe that maybe protects me from, you know, getting killed.
I'll teach you a spell known as mage armor. That should be able to Yes. You don't see many wizards wearing armor. It interferes with the spells that get in your way. You need to be able to read and cast.
Oh God.
For the record, you are not proficient with armor, so you couldn't wear it anyway. And he kind of he heads on, but like as you like bear around one of the corners along this really long road, just full of markets and stuff, you see like a lot of guards clearing out an area. There's a couple of people that in front of their stalls are kind of like trying not to head away from their stalls. It's like a food area, but the guards are like ushering everyone away and clearing the general populace about. Sat above one of these stalls that seems to sell bread is just this shadow. It's just a shadow in the air, maybe about 10 feet off of the ground, and it doesn't appear to be like moving. Like it looks almost exactly the same as the one that you witnessed at Haliox's little floating island, but it's kind of just stuck in place. Ellipsis comes up close to it and like waves a hand, and as he like gets closer to it and moves his hand, you see that it looks almost as if there's like a pane of glass around it or in front of it. It's kind of got this like glimmer, this shine to it, but then he removes his hand and it looks just a strange kind of shadow being cast from nothing in the middle of the air, like the size of maybe a door. And he looks to each of you and says,
Okay, I'll make sure the guards are ready, and I am obviously here also. Please feel free. Do you need me to remove the seal?
Wait, are we ready for this? Like,
Not yet. The poo-poo cakes. Maybe we could study the crystals and see if we can learn anything more about them.
I think that would be a good idea.
I'm
the way you think.
I'm gonna give a Arcana check and see what I see. Nothing.
I'm gonna do the same.
looking at this thing, you're like, it's some sort of abjuration spell. As a illusionist master or master in training, it's not 100% your area of expertise, but really all you get is a sense of the protective ward around this thing. It's almost like you can't really feel the shadow thing beyond it, because this seal is in the way. There's just this ridiculously strong, powerful ward in the middle of the air.
All right, guys, huddle up. Who had this idea that we would ever be able to close this thing? We know.
The giant said we could.
What?
This is kind of our only shot at
Yeah.
proving to them that we can actually maybe help them.
Did the giant tell us how to close it?
Well, he said either we can destroy them or we can seal them. It's up to us if we can figure it out.
I have an idea.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Not a good idea.
It's an idea.
I think we just. I mean, about how high you think that? About how high is the shadow? Like, can we touch it? Can we get close to it?
It's about 10 feet. I
up,
can't.
so not,
Can't get that.
Maybe
maybe
we just.
like Clutch could jump. You could touch it.
Oh, I can dunk on it.
It's
My
kind of an
idea's
angle as
gone.
well. It's kind of doing this. It's not like a straight thing. It's like kind of an overhang kind of thing. So you can look along it like it's like an odd angle. If you were like stood here, it's kind of doing this.
What's the word you have in front of that?
This is a sealing ward to make sure that nothing can pass through that doesn't have the ability to cast magics.
And the last time that something came out of it was when that ward wasn't there. Well, we have one problem, guys. We're gonna have to remove that ward probably to do anything, and I don't think that's a good idea.
Well,
Guys, what do you think?
I mean, that's why we need people on the ready.
What time of day is it right now?
Maybe about 2 p.m.
I got an idea.
What's that?
What's your idea?
We go through the ward.
Can we go
Can
through
we-
the ward?
Can we? Yeah, can we?
I mean, you saw Skeleton's hands. We got pulled through that last one. Why can't we? We go through the ward. We see what's on the other side. Now, if something goes wrong, we have our crystals. We flip back to here, or it'll take us to human world.
10 minutes.
Like
10 minutes of running. But if we stay close with our hand on the crystals, we'll be fine. We need to go see what's over there. We need to see where it takes us. Maybe we gotta destroy it from the inside.
I worry that maybe that will take us to the kingdom of which they wanted to attack these guys.
Listen, last time skeletons came out of the ward, right?
And over here, the humans came out. I talked to one of them.
Okay, over here the humans came out. I'm a human.
I'm a human.
You're a human. So
I
why
have
don't
an idea.
why don't we go over there and talk to him? We'll get
How about you guys as humans go over there and me and Miriam stay here?
We'll jump through this ward. That's a great idea, Poo Poo.
But we need to all
No.
be there.
We need to all be together for the crystal. But if we leave this open, we jump through. Me and Chaplin try and talk to them, talk them out of even fighting this war.
Well, that's if we go over there.
Clutch, you want to go talk to Kelios.
Yeah,
You want to try to convince them?
You're right. You're right.
I think our best bet is if we take off the ward and try to seal things off, but I want to make sure everyone's going to be safe around
But
here.
you keep saying taking off the ward. How do we take off this ward?
Well, Ellipsi can take it off. But then after that, we can feel the rift and then maybe try to figure out how to seal it or make it no more or something. Because these people aren't safe. This war is not going to last forever.
I say we have them remove the ward and we just see what happens. What's the worst that happens?
I agree.
I also agree. I don't think I could leave.
I couldn't leave, but
I would have to stay here.
I want to make sure no innocent people get hurt.
All right.
Can you remove the ward, please?
Bo's ready.
Well, wait. Well, make sure to get everything kind of cleared out. That no one.
Tell
innocent-
everyone to stand back,
Clear the area.
please.
And you are prepared.
Do we have our weapons? Do we have our weapons with us?
They would have. Yeah, I was going to say they brought all of your stuff to you. You probably haven't got it on. Like,
Okay.
I'm putting that on.
Put it on.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can have been doing that if you want, and you guys have got all of your stuff back in general.
Finally. Hey, and I look at the group and I say, worst comes to worst, we flip out of here.
I can't flip out of here.
I think that's a horrible way of looking at it, but
I'm just saying, as a backup plan, worst comes to worst, we get the heck out of
And
here.
we just let them all die?
and then let them die.
They let us in a... It was worst comes to worst. I'm not saying I want to do it. I'm not saying it's a great idea. I'm just saying we always have an option to get out.
Well, they're right here listening to you say it.
Yeah, they're all looking at you disgusted right now. The handful of guards and ellipsis.
I was kidding. I'm kidding. I was just joking, man.
Sometimes he tells bad jokes.
Yeah, it was stupid. That was not a good one. All right, mark that down.
I suggest we remove the ward and get on with this. Otherwise, he's going to dig a bigger hole.
Well,
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm ready. And I unsheathe my sword. Got my shield.
okay.
I back up real far.
Good luck. I've been
Traditional
concentrating on this spell for 2 weeks, so I'm more than happy to remove it. And he steps forward, raises a hand, and it is done. And then he looks up expectantly, and there's kind of a hush for a couple of seconds while everybody...
I'm going to roll Arcana on the rift. God damn it!
There's some sort of shadow in the air. I mean, nothing happens, and Ellipsis looks to each of you. It seems that they either are no longer there, or they do not know the field has been lifted.
I think we try to take care of this thing quickly before they figure anything out.
They'll know.
Where are the crystals
They'll know.
at?
It's going to happen. It always happens.
Where are the crystals at?
But no,
I got him.
I think we should try to do something with it. Maybe if we touch the crystals together and point the crystals at the hole.
Let's see what happens. I'm going to pull out the crystals
Let's try anything.
and put them both up like as high as I can on my tippy toes. Not like close enough where something could grab it, but like to see if they're reacting.
Clutch,
in
you
any
need
way.
me to piggyback you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm gonna
All right, get on my back.
Okay, we should have done.
Can I?
Oh, damn! This is cool.
Pip, give me an athletics check, and Clutch, give me an acrobatics check. And Applet, what do you want?
Can I roll a perception to see if I can feel anything, or within like the crystals, like a half a bar?
Yeah, I'd like to do an Arcana check after that.
Sure. Miriam, you're like super struggling to hold.
Miriam, please.
Clutch's balance is pretty good. She's wobbling about underneath you, and you're just kind of moving around like you've got like three over like a trench coat kind of cartoon.
Humans are so heavy.
The thing, like you guys will all have noticed, is that the crystals doing that thing again where they get super bright and they. Like they're reacting to something. They're reacting to the shadow.
Are they doing anything?
They're glowing brightly, glowing.
And
Wait, come down here.
You feel like again, it's a little bit like the same sort of feeling you had when you had to flip to kind of help Clutch before, in that you felt that kind of pull towards the crystal, like you should be near it. You should maybe. Like it's the same sort of magic as the flip is the type of thing that you're starting to feel here.
I'm gonna lower the crystal down. I'm like, everybody touch it! Touch my crystal!
How do you want me to touch your crystal?
No, I'm not just put your hand on it.
I slowly walk over and touch the crystal.
I'm slowly touching the crystal.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting 10 minutes to flip.
As each of you touches the crystal, it starts to sort of light up. It starts to glow.
Yeah, it does.
You guys start to feel that similar sort of feeling, like you're like going to like flip to the other side. It's like a warm feeling inside, and again, like kind of like you're leaving your own body a little moment. It's that same sort of feeling. However, there's a gasp from a few people around, and they look up at the shadow as it starts to shift and move very like violently, and each of you again has to sort of concentrate a little bit further on the crystal. As you're touching the crystal, you hear a voice in your heads as you attempt to sort of close this rift. It sounds a bit like the voice of Haliox, who you met at the beginning, who says, yes, this is the way. And then it starts to sort of break up a little bit, and you start to hear another voice come through, and it's the voice of that same person that was above the ellipse and spill like outpost kind of thing. He says, so you can close the shadows. Interesting. I shall see whether I can use that power for myself soon enough. And the shadow just closes in on itself and disappears. And each of you hears this voice again in your head. Well, you are not quite the adversaries that I expected. You couldn't even fell a measly stone golem. However, I have my uses for you yet. And the voice dissipates. The feeling of the flip, like you're not quite in your bodies, the astral projection kind of feeling disappears again. And Ellipsis is looking at you, each of you. He says,
Good job. It seems that you've done it.
and then there is an explosion from far away, further in the city, from somewhere down over here, and a scream, and everybody sets off, and that's where we are going to end the episode. As we see start running down the road and heading away. Ellipsis himself turns, and he's moving, and he moves a lot quicker than you would expect from an old man. As a small sort of mushroom cloud lifts up beyond these trees over the river, much further down away from where you guys are at in Lipson's Spill.
God damn it!
This week's episode, but you successfully closed one of the shadows.
We figured it out. You just gotta hold the crystal. Hold the crystal.
Hold the crystal and concentrate.
Yay!
Amazing.
And yeah, and you say you've closed one of the rifts. You are beginning to heal the world. Heal the world.
Heal the world.
If we could have the rights for that song, it would be the best song ever for this episode.
The ending, yeah.